Whoa, green screen. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Hello, hello. Love the new starting soon pick. You mean the one from 3 months ago? You're showing your age a little bit there, Dubcat. No worries, man. Thank you. It is a very cool pick. Hey, Chub Skicho, is that Soul King, Tortoise Rogue, Aragorn, Flo? Hey, everybody. Voltron2 dropping off stream subs. Lon Morrison dropping off stream subs. Thank you, guys. I gotta send out my Discord notification. Crap, I forgot about that. And probably gonna go post on my new YouTube video. So, guys, did you see the news? Gin and Baku Hall of Famed. My God, what's happening? What's happening? One second, guys. One second, guys. Let me get stuff moving. R11K! Thanks for the 9 months.
My birthday is in 2 weeks, but it feels like it's today all of a sudden.
No joke, man. No joke. That makes a lot of sense, man. That makes a lot of sense. Live. Talking about rotation. Behind the scenes. Etc. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. And by the way, guys, I called Year of the Dragons. Oh my God. Year of the Dragons. It's real. Hello, Regis Warrior may become fun to play after the rotation. Oh my God, dude. Guys, it's crazy. How should I convey this on screen? I have a video, but I want to make sure people on stream are also aware of what's going on. I need to like put up Hall of Fame screen or something, or like a Hall of Fame. I didn't really prepare that for stream today to talk about it. I guess I have my video. Like I could do that and like put up the screen here for the Hall of Fame from my video. I don't know. Just crafted a golden Baku. It's alright, you'll get your dust back. That's the plan. Enjoy it for a little while, get your dust return on the golden version at least. That's totally fine to do. Totally reasonable thing to do. So I get it, man. I totally get it. I don't even really feel like playing Hearthstone despite the fact that my rank is so high, guys. I'm actually still holding up a high rank. Put the cards on screen. I can. It's just going to be a bit of a pain. Like, it's going to be, like, where do I put them? How big do I make them? There's, like, actually a lot of them because of all the odd and even synergy cards that also got rotated. Anyway, guys, so I guess before I start talking about a ton of stuff, I'll wait for more people to get here. It's super early for me to stream this early, but I knew the announcements were hitting, so I definitely wanted to, I wanted to get on early to make sure that, you know, I was around to talk about that sort of thing. Wait, were Hall of Fames announced? They were, Captain Fractals. Gin and Baku are being Hall of Famed. And as are Naturalize, Doomguard, and Divine Favor, of which I called Divine Favor, Gin and Baku. Oh, also the Gin and Baku synergy cards like Merkspark Eel, Glittermoth, Black Cat, and Gloomstag. Also getting Hall of Famed. I guess I just need to like put these on screen somewhere. Like, let's see. It's gonna be the Year of the Dragon, which your boy Regis called. We've been talking about maybe a dragon expansion for the first expansion for a while now. And it's Year of the Dragon. Let me think about that for a moment. Let me think about what that means for one moment. Whatever could that mean? I don't know. Regis, I dusted my normal Baku to make my golden one. I don't know if that matters. As long as you don't need it for wild, you should be fine. I'm not sure if that matters or not. It might matter. I don't really know how all that works. How, like, the way to maximize your dust and stuff. Hey, Sajka. How's it going? I wonder if the classes that had class-specific cards will get extra cards in standard like they did. I don't know if that's confirmed, but I think I'm safe to say that is the intention eventually. I don't know when that might happen or 100% that it will, but I think, based on my understanding, the goal is for those cards to eventually be replaced. So keep an eye out. I think someday you'll probably see them replaced. Unless plans change, which they always can. But really, really happy with these changes. Me too, man. Yeah, so You guys probably saw me teasing like in Discord and Twitter and a few places. Like I think there are some good short-term things happening and some good long-term things happening. These are certainly the good short-term things, at the very least the start of the good short-term things. I think the Gen Baku changes are drastically and desperately needed. And that will make the meta so insanely fresh when the rotation hits, like ridiculously fresh. No Death Knights, no quests, no Gen Baku. There are like a million things happening suddenly all at once. This big vacuum's opening up and a million different decks are going to be there.
Hey Regis, what's up?
Maple Syrup, dude, thanks for the 12 months, man. Welcome back. Rats of the year. That's amazing. It's amazing. You can no longer play Mechathon Druid. Well, you can for, I don't know, a couple, like a month still, probably over a month, I'd guess. Something like that, right? It's not happening today. The rotation is still not here, but, you know, you don't have forever. That's true. That is true. Let me, just give me a second here, guys. I'm still getting everything sort of organized here. Maple Syrup, thank you again. I say syrup. Do you guys say syrup or syrup? I say syrup, not syrup. I think it's weird when people say syrup. Sounds to me less like formal, but I don't know. I think it's pretty common, so it must be a way to say it. So, guys, I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about me almost legitimately predicting exactly what the Gen Baku Hall of Faming? People called me crazy. They said, Regis, we only Hall of Fame classic cards, Regis. You can't Hall of Fame cards in an expansion. Apparently you can. And they did it, and I did not know. That was a complete guess. That is not insider information. I 100% guessed, and I 100% got it right. I also 100% guessed about Year of the Dragon. I was saying Year of the Drake some, to be fair, but I said I think it'll be a dragon-themed year, and indeed it was. Also a guess. Got it right. In Wilbur, dude, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man. That's amazing. Good to see you, dude. This news may have resurrected the game for the people that were saying it was dying. I think for a lot of people it will encourage them a ton. I think there are some good things on the way. Generally speaking, from a philosophy standpoint, there are some good things being said. And I do think there will be some missteps here and there, but I can already guarantee you that Blizzard is listening to feedback more than they have in the past. And they've even listened to feedback within the scheme of 2 days. Between Tuesday and today, they have already implemented feedback from the community. You guys won't see that. I can't talk about exactly what that was, but they made a big change to something that they were able to change. They can't always change everything on the fly, but they did make a change to something that myself recommended pretty hard that they do, among with other support from other community members that I saw. I certainly wasn't the only one, but I was pretty vocal about it, and they already implemented said change, so I can already tell you with absolute certainty they are listening more than they used to. And that's really, really good news. What's them winning lotto numbers? Man, I wish I would be here. Dude, I'd be playing the lotto. I guess I'd still be here. We just, I don't know. I'd try to turn off bits or subs or something. Are the Masters online qualifiers before or after rotation? I think they start before, man. I think you can already sign up for a lot of them in March, if I'm not mistaken. Which rotation shouldn't happen in March yet, I don't think, right? Rotation happens usually with the expansion release, which should be somewhere in April. I gotta be very careful, guys. I know things that I can't talk about. Like, I've never known this much stuff before. I have to be very, very careful about what I say. Very, very. This is a new position for me. Let me get these Hall of Fame cards on the screen, man. This is taking forever. Oh, that's where they are in my files. Okay, cool. That might help me find them, actually. Oh, yeah, that's sweet. Okay, cool. That will help a lot. Dragon Heroes. I don't know. I can't talk about such a thing. I don't know. I can't. It's a dragon. It's the year of the dragon.
Boys, make some room by the hearth.
Do your own. Let me put it this way. I got a lot of predictions right already. I predicted Gen Baku, which I think was a pretty impressive prediction, because that really went against the grain of what we knew to be possible in rotation announcements. And I guessed the Year of the Dragon, That's pretty cool. Let's say that probably for the most part, as far as I know, my guesses, my accurate guesses, my prophecies probably end there. I think that's about the extent of what I know. So, or what I have guessed. So use that to read into that as you will, for better or for worse. But I think, as far as I can tell, I have guessed everything there is to guess this year. Like well, no, that's the backwards way of saying that. Like all of my correct guesses have already been made. Let's put it that way. There are no more correct prophecies to get on the Regis front. So let's add, like, I know that these are really tiny, but presumably you guys should be able to identify these cards, right? Like, you shouldn't really need the full size version. It's not like new cards where you need to read the text, right? This is more about, like, just identifiability. So I'm just going to add all these. Even if they overlap again, you should still be able to tell for the most part what they are. And of course, we can talk about it if you don't. I need Black Cat. So all of these are getting Hall of Fame. Oh, I did a good job making that the right size. Nice. Who's the last one? Gloomstag. Where are you, Gloomstag? And I got on early to talk about this. I only slept 3 hours last night, guys. I was so excited. I literally just could not sleep. That's very rare for me. I usually fall asleep like a baby. Last night I was so excited to talk about all this stuff. I simply could not sleep. So I am working on fumes here for the most part, but that's okay. Happy to do it. Summary of update. Keep that text handy, saying, man. Keep that handy to paste for people who ask. That's a really cool blurb of text, it looks like, man. Keep that stuff handy. God, I hope I don't accidentally link an image of the new expansion, guys. I hope I don't click the wrong file. I don't have one. I don't have one, don't worry. I'm not going to Blizzard jail yet, man. Not yet. Okay. Cool. So there's all your Hall of Fame cards. It's a pretty good visualization, I feel like. Let me get moved over just a little here to tighten them in. There we go.
Boys,
Perfect.
make some room by the hearth.
Squeeze down that Hall of Fame text. There we go. There we go. Boom. Now we're ready to play some Hearthstone. Rally Goat, good. Dude, thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Nice T, thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back. Pretty crazy stuff. Wait, what's the reasoning for Hall of Faming even odd synergy cards? Because they just don't do anything without getting Baku. It was really just like, let's toss some extra dust everybody's way. Because why would you play? You're not gonna run an all odd deck for just Black Cat, right? You're only going to do that if you're running Baku. Like because they have the same restriction, right? You have to have all odd cards too. So nobody's going to build an odd deck for just Glittermoth, right? So they thought it felt bad to just force people to be stuck with those cards. So they decided to toss everybody some extra dust, I think. It's as simple as that. Jerk says, hold up, they're bringing back paid single-player adventures, and there's no cards locked to those purchases. So great question. Big topic of discussion at the summit I was at. And really good question. So guys, if you didn't know, I can't talk about this in great detail because not all of it has been announced yet, but there is a single-player content piece coming eventually, much like there always is. It's going to be bigger. Much bigger, and it's going to have a lot more content and replayability. I can't talk about maybe what all that looks like yet, but needless to say, it's going to have more, but it's going to cost gold to enter like the old days, and there will not be unlocks behind it. There will not be like used to you'd get half your cards just from playing the single player adventure stuff way back in the day. That's not going to be the case. It is just like you're paying for an experience, but there will be some rewards tossed in on the back end. So there will be, I think for each wing, the first one's free, but there's going to be 4 additional wings, I believe, and each one's going to award you some packs, 3 packs. So that kind of means you're paying 700 gold for 3 packs, which doesn't sound great, right? Like that sounds like, oh wait, what? But the idea, and this was again a big topic of discussion, the idea is that you're paying for the experience, and there's, like I said, there's going to be a bigger experience. Like there's a little more to it. There's, whether or not that's worth it, I think, is up for debate. That is a great question to ask, and that is something to, if you don't like it, something to complain about for sure. But I will say, as my voice cracks, I will say it could be worse. It could be worse. Just keep that in mind. Let's see. Jerk says the announcement for the additional solo content mode sounds fun, but can it really be worth it since the main reason to buy anything in Hearthstone has been for the cards? Well, I guess I would challenge the suggestion that that's the only reason to buy things in Hearthstone. It might be for you, and it probably is for me too. But for a lot of players, and I think Blizzard actually has the data to back this up, Hearthstone is a single-player game. They don't even care about PvP, and in fact, they're scared to enter PvP because they don't want to like lose. They don't want to, you know, have a negative experience ever. So for us, you might be right. I'm not sure it's worth it. I think that's very fair and easy to say. I mean, you'll have to see, always wait and see and learn and watch, right? Like you might say, oh my god, that looks amazing, I want to try that. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but certainly keep an open mind. It is going to be a lot of, I would say that they're, depending on your perspective of what you consider content. Oh, I really should have just played Kieran Tormage. I am not paying attention yet. I'm top 500. I need to actually focus on this a little bit. Depending on what you consider like content, I would say arguably, based on my perception, the new content is like 5 times plus bigger than what you currently have regarding solo stuff. Again, it's debatable on depending on what you consider content. Some people may not actually see it that way at all. Others might think it's even more than that, depending on your perspective. So just, I guess, keep it open mind, and when you get more details, go for it from there. I mean, if you go by gold, it's not worth it, but $20 for 15 packs in a single-player mode is pretty good. I think that's a good way to look at it, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, you also get a golden pack, which is certainly worth more than just a normal pack. I don't know, is it actually 15 packs? For some reason, that sounds high to me now. I don't know why. This is a great turn. I'm going to get a deck tracker up here for you guys soon, too. Hopefully this works out nicely. Even if we just kill the Leok, we can take a trade there. Cool. Nice. So I whiffed on the Kieran Tormage accidentally, but it worked out really well regardless. So, again, very good question. I think that's one that you should challenge Blizzard on if you feel like it's unbalanced or whatever. Regis, I'm freaking out. Your video tells me about You're the Dragon. Nice, Dragar, dude. I'm glad. Yeah, it's very exciting. I thought it was 12 packs, too. Yeah, 15 sounded high. I think it's 12 plus 1 golden pack. So I think you're buying $20 for 12 packs plus a golden pack, which is still not as good as, like, normal, but not crazy bad if you consider the content worth a lot. If you consider it worth a lot. Here is the single-player teaser image from Blizzard's blog directly. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's handy. Oh, man, that's a pretty big teaser back there in the top right of what you might be looking at. Oh, interesting. There's also an interesting-looking card pack there, isn't there? What is that card pack? Oh my goodness, and who are those characters in that teaser image? This looks like a video if I've ever seen one. My god, does it ever look like a video. Oh boy. I can't wait to guess what the new expansion's gonna be. Let's go. Part of me wants to go face, but I think keeping a beast off the board has a lot of value. Thankfully, despite playing this game a little awkwardly, we came into a good turn. I think we're gonna be alright. We'll see. Wait, I just got here. What are some of the highlights of what you can say? Well, I can talk about all the stuff that was announced today, obviously, because it was announced. And that may sound boring, because it's like, well, we see it. But I do have, like, some insights. I got to talk to everybody. I mean, I got, like, unlimited access to the Blizzard team this week, and it was wonderful, and learned a lot. So if you have any specific questions about, like, why things are the way they are, or, like, how things work, I have a lot of details on that, so please feel free to ask away. Blizzard, be careful, the Blizzard police are watching. I thought you guys might enjoy that on my new video. By the way, guys, I have covered all the, like, you know, Hall of Fame announcements in detail in my new video on the Hall of Fame, so feel free to check that out if you want more details. Okay. Rexar was actually pretty sick there, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good. But I think as long as he doesn't get a Lifesteal Beast right off the top, I think we'll be okay. A lifesteal beast like right now, right off the top, could certainly cause some problems. But I mean, even explosive runes means that's almost unlikely to. There's no way a 6-mana lifesteal beast actually lives through explosive runes, right? There's like no way. There's zero chance. Taunt wouldn't matter either, really. I mean, it's probably possible technically, but it. Oh, he's testing the counterspell, but no dice, man. Kill command on the 3-1. I love it. It's a good play. That's an important play, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're pinging face here. So, alrighty. Let's see if that works. Now that we are losing a lot of cards to standard format pool, are we getting replacements? I can't say for sure, but I can tell you that the intention and the plan, I think, is to eventually replace those. I don't know when that will happen, and I don't know 100% that it will happen. I'll always, look for updates, but it sounded to me like that was the plan, based on what I heard.
Didn't get was Doomguard over Leroy if they're trying to get away from charge. Good stuff, though.
Hey, better dead than red, man. Thank you. I'll be honest, Doomguard is the one for me that also didn't click quite as well as the others. Naturalized, I totally understand. There's a lot of weird stuff with Naturalized that's possible. So, dead! I understand Naturalize. I totally get Divine Favor. I called for that one. Doomguard left me a little like, interesting. I wonder if there's stuff coming that we haven't seen, and I haven't seen either. I feel like they were even a bit coy with Doomguard when I was talking to them. Almost like, I don't know, seemed like there might be problems later. It was cited that Charge is not really a Warlock mechanic. So even though Discard and Demon feel very good for Warlock as sort of a class identity thing, maybe Charge doesn't feel like a Warlock class identity thing. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Chomskicho, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Did I miss any other? Oh, Zeroshio, I missed a sub. My God. Oh my God, I missed a lot of subs. Lon Morrison, I missed a sub too. My apologies, guys. There's a lot to keep up with here. Please forgive me. Please, please, please forgive me. Much love, everybody. Thank you, Zeroshio. 18 months is insane. Better Dead Than Red, thanks for the good question. Chomskicho for the love. Lon Morrison for the love. Thank you again. Rally Goat, nice tea. Evil Ranma, I feel like I missed that one too. Evil Ranma, thank you for the sub. Lots to talk about, guys. Lots to talk about. One of the main reasons for Hall of Fame is to prevent shenanigans with upcoming releases. Yeah, I think that might be part of it. Like, we just don't know yet. And even I don't know yet. Just stopping by to say, love these big changes coming our way, Regis. Very excited to actually play some standard again. Might climb there instead of wild for once. Ah, nice. So I still don't have a deck tracker up? Oh, man, I can see you guys. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I need to make sure it's behind my Hall of Fame announcement cards there. 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Put it behind the Hall of Fame so we can still see the Hall of Fame cards. There we go. There's a lot of garbage up there on the screen, but that's okay. We'll be all right. No big deal. Are the cards at the top left getting Hall of Fame? They are, Matsipus. They are indeed, man. I have a video on it if you want to watch it on YouTube, if you're curious what the heck's going on. I also can point you to lots of other community sites and stuff that will talk about it as well. Lots of people are already posting things. We had an embargo this morning where we could finally post. So there's like a floodgate opening of all the people posting news and announcements and stuff. I'm trying to check out the success of my video. 3,200 views in 35 minutes or so. That's pretty good. Oh, only 2,700 views. That's not as good as I expected. Maybe I should change the title or the graphic or something. I don't know. I think it's fine. There's a lot of places to get that news, so people might just be seeing it somewhere else first. Certainly not a bad result. It's pretty early in the morning too, actually, so that might kick up more. Yeah, Jerks, good job with the official release, man. Thank you. I used a fake dragon graphic in my video, by the way. Some of you will probably notice I didn't have the official dragon graphic. I wasn't provided as such, so I had to use a fake dragon graphic. I figured it got the year the dragon point across, so I figured it was okay. No big deal. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Naturalized, Doomguard, Divine Favor, Baku, and Gin. Do I still have Discord open? Could you guys hear that? Yeah, I feel like you could. I could hear it. You had to be able to hear it. Maybe. Somebody just asked me, is that the new card pack for the X pack? Let me save this graphic for you guys so that, how do I open original? Let me add this to the stream so you guys can see what the heck they're talking about. Put it in Escher, that's fine. Kill Command, by the way, very good to see. I was trying to play around, as you might imagine, trying to play a little bit around Flanking Strike on turn 4 by playing a 4 health minion. Kill Command helped him get around that anyway. I don't think this is worth Arcane Missiling yet, so I guess we just hold here even though we're floating a mana, which is never that fun. But maybe I should have just went ahead and coined a 5-drop instead, honestly, or like a 3 into a 2. I mean, that's not really a good play either, but I guess the coin will come in handy later. So let me add this graphic I'm talking about here on screen. Just a second. Just a second. Here we go. This one here. I guess I'll make this big enough that we can just put it behind me and then turn it on and off to take a look at it. Give me 1 second for that. So this is what people are talking about, guys. What is a friendly encounter? I don't know. Maybe that's something new in the single player mode. I'm not sure. What is this guy? What is that? That's a purple cape. What is that? That looks cool. That card's a purple cape. What is this pack right here? Huh. It's purple. I wonder if that's in regards to the new expansion, maybe. Oh, we actually know what that purple guy's name is, maybe. I think that might be listed here somewhere. Zale Shadowcloak. What is Zale Shadowcloak? And why is he being awarded as part of the solo adventure content? Weird. That is intriguing, guys. What a weird, spicy world we live in here. I want to know more. God, imagine if I could Arcane Missiles this thing and connect. That would be the best play in history, but I can't take the risk, right? I might need those Arcane Missiles later. A non-combat tavern encounter where you have the opportunity to fine-tune your deck. Oh, so I can talk about that a little bit. Okay, yeah, it's exactly right, Jerks. That's exactly what it is. I didn't know they were going to announce so much about the single-player stuff. That's pretty nuts. 9 new henchman heroes. Sounds like maybe you're seeing those there. 27 hero powers, 36 starting decks. 5 chapters, 75 bosses, track your victories, pause mid-game, which actually sounded pretty cool tech. Oh, shame I don't have that mirror entity for that, huh? Jeez. That's bad, man. I don't really have a way to deal with this at all. It's pretty bad. Yeah, we're in a weird spot here now, fortunately. I don't really have good plays other than maybe to just go wide. 4 left. There actually is some value in Daring Fire-Eating Face. I'm very, very nervous, obviously, to leave up a 6/5. I mean, that's not the dream scenario here, but we're in a tight spot, so let's play a little bit towards our outs and play for some channel eye value, etc., etc. I wonder if Zale casts Poiple Magics. Probably so, yes. Now that everything is rotating, my prediction for the day 1 monster is a new Wallet Warrior. Might be. Without armor up, I wonder if it'll be able to beat aggro, but who knows. I've only played since the Witchwood, so odd and even is all I've known. Incredibly excited what race is in to fill the void. It's crazy, yeah. I know you can't talk about it, but did they share their plans for the latter portion of 2019 and the future? Let's say this. Let's put it this way. Most of the concrete things I saw were... Oh my god, I should have played the... Of course, he never would have played that in No Mere Entities, so never mind. It's fine. I don't know if I can just slam Channel Eye here. Like, I can't really leave him with 14 damage, can I? Like, that makes it very easy to kill me with, like, Unleash the Hounds, with Kill Command. There's so many things there that would just demolish me. I think I have to try to clean this up a little bit, right? So maybe, like, we start with a Daring Fire Eater, and then we do, like, an Arcane Missiles to try to ping off one of these to try to get, like, some value trades moving and stuff. I can leave one of them up, I think. I want to do it this way so I potentially draw a card, right, as opposed to not. So I just need to hit one of them once, and that's fine. That wasn't part of the plan. I guess I should have done the Arcane Missiles before playing that, because now that's a waste. Okay. Well, crap. That was not... I mean, it was good in a way, just not really part of the plan. Okay. Well, that didn't really go as expected. I sort of wasted that Daring Fire Eater, man. So anyway, I saw I saw short-term concrete things, not as many concrete longer-term things, but I discussed a lot of longer-term philosophies and intentions that were very positively received by me. Let's put it that way. So maybe not as much concrete stuff for the rest of the year that I was exposed to, at least. But conversations I had and things that were said to me and people that I talked to were very relevant towards the long-term success of Hearthstone, and some very good things were said and some very good trends were set. So let's put it that way. I am excited about the future, definitely. Drooling for my new Dragon Shutterwalk. Yes, dude. Seems like the runs to the last year have all been building up to this design. New hero characters from Witchwood expansion, drafting attack to start, unique benefits from specific classes. Yeah, to some extent, probably Jerks. Yeah, I mean, it's very much rooted in Dungeon Run. I'll say that. It's, you know, if you're expecting a totally revolutionary experience, it's not going to be that, I don't think, from what I saw. Which, by the way, I did play the new adventure mode, the new single-player mode. I got to play it. So, we are super dead. It's probably my fault, too. I think we did not play this game particularly well optimized. I don't even have answers to any of this stuff, so obviously we're dead. We'll just go and ping face. It's good plays, guys. Good plays. Thanks for answering my question. Looks like they're really going to try to make the game awesome in 2019 in the future. I legitimately think there is a turning point happening crunch time. And there are reasons for that I can't talk about. But there are some defined, clear reasons I think things will change in the future. That's not just me saying that as sort of like oh, they said nice things to me. So I believe them. It's not like I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid, but again, I don't know for sure that'll happen. The execution is always required, but there are some very firm, real reasons I think that there will be changes made that people like. And again, can't say why exactly, but just that there are changes. And people will probably like results of those things. Do you think Year of the Dragon will be stronger than the Year of the Raven? Not necessarily. I mean, I have no way to know that yet. Well, maybe I have some way to know that, but I don't know that that's the right question to ask. I think the question is, without Year of the Mammoth, how strong will Year of the Raven be? I think the real answer to your question might lie in the fact that maybe the Year of the Raven's actually decent, as long as you get rid of Year of the Mammoth, then maybe Year of the Raven's good, right? I think that's the right way to think about it. Do you prefer AMD or NVIDIA? I've owned both throughout my life, Gerard. I'm currently using two NVIDIA graphics cards, but they're both fine, man. I've had good and bad with both, frankly. Some dogs, dude, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man. Good morning. Appreciate that. Much love. Much love. Do they plan to un-Hall of Fame cards in the future when the meta has settled? I've not heard any sort of intention towards that. If that's a plan, then I don't know. I haven't heard about it. I don't think so, but maybe. Who knows? The only thing we need to know is, will we be super hyped when the expansion hits? I don't know. I think I can't say really much, but I think some people will be and some people won't be. Thematically speaking, perhaps. But I think if you see cards, you'll be hyped. I think if you see the theme, you might be like, maybe. I don't know. I liked it, but I'm a bit of a sucker, so I'm not sure what you'll think.
So,
let's put it that way.
Year of Raven had its celebration. The party starts on March 26th at 11:59 p.m. PST and lasts until April 9th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Time, so don't be late.
Jerks,
and
thanks.
NWW launched on 4/12.
Jerks, thanks man for the 100 bits. Have they announced a celebration for the Year of the Dragon yet?
Dragon has a celebration March
there we go.
25th, 2019, and midnight of April 2nd, 2019.
So what is your calculation, Jerks? What is the outcome of that result? I'm curious now. He's gonna go face and not kill the Secret Keeper?
Aha!
That is very intriguing. Okay. Yeah, let's go, man. Would I rather try to like keep my Secret Keeper alive and be sneaky about it? I'm a little worried about flanking strike's the problem, but I guess flanking strike's gonna hit me no matter what I do. Maybe I just ping in Secret Keeper again. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. Like, there's a chance there's no flanking strike, right? So this could work out much, much better for me if there's no flanking strike. It would be pretty nuts. I think there will be. There always is. They've never had a game where there wasn't a flanking strike on turn 4. Hunters just have it always, no matter what. So what do you think, Jerks? What does that mean? I mean, I've been saying for a long time that... Yes, I told you. I've been saying for a while now that I think it's pretty likely. I'm gonna just not play into that.
Months.
Yeah,
Has
I'm
it
gonna
been
do
that
this.
long? Good to be here. This message brought to you by Gwen.
Hey, Claris, man, 14 months, dude, crazy stuff. Gwen's shaking in their boots after today.
I predict either April 4th or April 9th.
Let's see, April 4th or April 9th. We have moved towards Tuesdays lately, but yeah, so you're saying either Thursday the 4th or Tuesday the 9th. I think those are good guesses, man. Yeah, I've been saying whatever. I've been saying the 2nd or the 9th because we've moved to Tuesdays lately. So, that's been my take, but it sounds like we're on the same boat, and it sounds like you found even more evidence to suggest that perhaps you're gonna be right. Teaser, dragons. You're the dragon guys. Can you believe it? I can't believe I called it all this time. Do you have any theories for the upcoming expansion since we got those teases? Yeah, let's take a look. I mean, to be fair, I may know things already that you don't know, so maybe I'm not the right person to ask. I feel like this looks better down here, but it needs like the titling up here, you know? It's kind of cramped. So let's put it down here, just in case. It's not super handy to me, but 2-2's fine. We can take a look at this graphic though, and maybe see what we think. So let my opponent finish their turn first, or maybe I should wait for this after the game. Let's wait for this after the game. Is he not gonna kill Luna? Is he going face? No way. Oh, he is. Okay. I think that makes a lot of sense. Going face is usually not good when you got a Luna up. Man, not an ideal turn for me. I really wish I had a Pyromaniac instead of a Leroy right now. I have to kill this, obviously. Like, mandatory that this size. Explosive runes, not really what I needed, right? I wanted like high main. I was kind of hoping we saw a high main that last turn instead of a hyena. Go hit the high part right, but that's about it. One of my biggest concerns is the downsizing of the community departments connected to Team 5. With your visit, do you think that will be better? Can you say anything about community support for firesides and other community events? I don't have a ton of insights there. I know that like the people I was working with directly weren't impacted directly, so well, I mean, I guess they were to some extent, but my most immediate contacts in Blizzard were all still around. So I don't know about fireside stuff and who supported that necessarily. I think there will definitely be some growing pains or shrinking pains, depending on your perspective, because they're not growing. It was a shrinking issue, right? So important to think about, but I'm not sure, man. I think you'll just have to see how it goes. I think they want to do their best, of course, to make everything work that they can. They obviously weren't happy about losing people either, so for them it's going to be... They're going to be trying to achieve the same thing. Oh, man, this is just utter garbage. I can't even play all these together to, like, draw off the Leroy whelps. What if I put this dude to 12? I might just play this minion anyway, because I think I'm going to die if I don't, right? He plays a 1 health Lynx for some reason to kill my thing. He takes 5 damage, he goes down to 7, and Leroy Ping kills him. So I needed to play a 2 health or 1 health minion here to set up lethal, right? As long as he plays a 2 health or 1 health minion, we'll be fine. Play that Lynx. Play that Spring Paw, buddy. If he's taking trades like that, that's also good because it just buys me time. Like, I might have enough time if he takes trades. If he doesn't kill this at all, I'm also going to be one off. That's not good. So I need, like, Arcane Missiles or Sitterstorm. What's the Hall of Fame? Hall of Fame is when cards move from standard format to wild format at a time you wouldn't expect them to. So historically, it's been classic cards that have moved to the Hall of Fame. Things like Ragnaros and Sylvanas. But now we see Baku and Gin moving to the Hall of Fame, not classic cards, which is new and cool, I think. Kyritor Mage sucks. That means I'm probably dead this turn, right? Like a very, very good chance he can easily do. Like this is 11. He only needs 2 damage from hand. So Unleash the Hounds actually wouldn't do it unless he has double Unleash. I wonder if there's ever a world where I don't play the Kyritor Mage there. Does it really do anything for me? It does set up a lethal next turn if he ignores it, which I don't actually have otherwise, right? Outside of an Explosive Runes value play. That gives me lethal if I'm not dead. If I'm not dead, I get lethal. But I'm probably still dead. Kill Command, obviously, Timberwolf is enough. Plenty of ways to do it. Double Tinderwolf is Tinderwolf. That's Trump. He's the Tinderwolf. Never seen 2 players at the same legend rank. Are we the same? Oh, we are. Cool. That happens sometimes if they're like, if somebody's in the middle of a game and the other person hits it and stuff. It can indeed happen. Can indeed happen. Did People Blizz comment on all your correct guesses? I had mentioned, like, I guessed Gen and Baku. There were some comments, yeah. Like, not anything good or bad necessarily. Just like, oh, that's cool kind of stuff. Like, good job or something. I don't know. Some trolling, like, the night before I found out about it. I was like, yeah, I guess Gen and Baku were going to be Hall of Fame. And somebody's like, that's a crazy guess. What would you do with all the support cards? All that sort of stuff. So, they kind of played with it a little bit, I guess. Some of them, at least. It was fun. It was fun. Oh man, I wanted to move up, not down, guys, not down. Hunter, it's getting in the way right now. Do 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 boo. Hey, Shlamalama, thanks, man.
Love your content. Your Year of the Dragon predictions were right on point.
Indeed, they were. Indeed, they were. Indeed, they were. Why you gotta stream while I'm in class? What the heck, man? I just gotta stream because there's cool new stuff to talk about, dude. Like, that's my only goal. I don't care where you're at. It's about where I'm at, where Hearthstone's at, man. Oh, I was gonna look up that stuff when the game ended. Crap, I forgot. I forgot. How's my video doing today, guys, this morning? Let's see how many views it has. How many views does she have, this video? Is this Zoo? If so, I definitely want minions on board, so I'm happy to coin there just to get some extra stats to trade in. Excuse me, guys. Notice me said by Hey Goat Dude. I thought I answered your question earlier, man. I thought I said hey to you or your sub or something. I think you were asking about the podcast, but there's not really much to talk about yet, so I kind of just intentionally ignored it.
Blizzard pitch meeting went well, Kappa.
Opper Dude, 10 months, crazy. Welcome back. Apparently so, huh? Apparently so. So this might actually be more of like a mid-rangey control warlock or something. I feel like I'm not going to see Torcreeper and Zoo all that regularly. Hit it 3 times! Hit it 3 times! Yes! We're pro players!
Hey, Regis. It's your
Oh my god, Maggie D3, dude! Good to see you! Good to see you!
What things did you learn at Blizzard HQ that you can passive its guesses? You a snack.
Thanks, Maggie D3, man. I really can't risk talking about too much. I mean, I can speak generally about, like, conversations I had, like, kind of philosophy or intention or goals or maybe some of that stuff. I don't really want to talk about specifics at all, of course, unless they've already been announced. I'm trying to think about, like, what sorts of things I can say safely without going to Blizzard jail. With Toast, first salty Reddit post from the announcement. Really? I'm curious what they targeted on. Oh, adventures. Yes. Okay. I figured this would be a thing.
Did Hearthstone embed your video in their article about the changes just on their own, or is there a relationship there?
I did not know that happened. So they did that on their own. That's super cool. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I want to see that. No. I mean, we know Flux Slasher from Hearthstone. He's in chat a lot, like he's a friend, but certainly no formal, official sort of relationship by any means. Awesome, though. That's really cool. Oh, yeah, man, they did indeed. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. I'll take it, man. I will absolutely take that all day. To the bank and back. Ziliax and Lich King discarded. I have to imagine those were probably not his goal discards. I can go this route if I'm willing to take a lot of risk here. I think I am. I mean, it's only 2 pings. It has a high chance to backfire, but if it works, I get some insane cards, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why is this my life? No! I only needed to hit 2. That was already the low roll. Like, I didn't need to hit 3. It's like I was trying to high roll. Ah, Doomguard, I can't wait for you to leave. Don't cube it, please. Don't cube it. Oh, that's fine. I don't care about that. That's really slow. I guess there's a Lich King coming next turn I have to worry about. And he does get to kill my Luna, which I have to worry about. But I probably can find a lot of damage. Imagine if my Luna was alive. I put him to 10 here. Oh, I even have more with Fungalmancer. Instead, I have, like, no play to make. This theoretically hits for 2 to 3. That's 10. Ping puts him to 8. He plays Lich King. I only have 4 damage going face. Like, that was such a big swing, man. Such a big swing, dude. I need to get the damage out of this. Like, I kind of have to. Counterspell's not going to matter. Oh, wow. Wow, they all went face. That's perfect. That's perfect. I do potentially need to counterspell a Lich King heal, like a Death Coil. Although, I might be dead if I don't kill him next turn, actually. Because he'll have 6, I'll go down to 15, and then I'll have 14 on board with Lich King plus Soul Warden, presumably. If I don't play minions, he can't Zilliax yet. So that might give me a potential out. I may have to kill the Zilliax, unfortunately, if I don't have lethal. I'm 1 off lethal right now. If he plays the Zilliax, do I even have any lethal top decks? I guess maybe Arcane Missiles, maybe another Daring Fire Eater, maybe Explosive Runes wouldn't help me. He's just going to play Lich King. So, like I said, he's going to have 14 next turn, at least. And Lich King can certainly give him more. Black Cat is not a way for me to find lethal, unfortunately. Well, it is potentially, right? The question is, do I have to go for it? Is he going to have 14 no matter what? Maybe he will. Maybe he will.
Not sure who this Regis Gilbin guy is. I got a WUP death that he is online.
Hey, Pyro, dude. Good to see you, man. It's been a while. I haven't streamed in 4 days because I've been at the Blizzard thing, man. Good to see you. Good morning, dude. Ask away if you have questions, Pyro. Thanks for the tier 3 sub, 5 months in a row. Getting close to that epic badge. Are you going to play auto chess like all the other Hearthstone streamers? I already kind of burned through auto chess, I think, man. I think I got to go for the win now, guys. I think I have to find another Daring Fire Eater or an Arcane Missiles for the win here. I don't think we can live through the turn. Lich King gave him potentially 4 cards that could have killed me, right? Frostmourne, Death Coil, Buff, and deal 3 to all, whose names I can't remember. So I need to win right now. I need Arcane Missiles or Daring Fire Eater, basically. It's a 2 out of 17. And Arcane Missiles not even guaranteed. Mirror Entity, I don't think gets me there, unfortunately. So I'm just going to be shy. I can try to counterspell the Death Coil and stay alive at 1 health, maybe. That's my best play, I think. So Frostmourne, oh, also Death in the Cave, if he doesn't have another spell. I'm sure he has 2 spells in hand, right? Like, Zilliax also heals him here, though. Crap. Forgot about that. Like, I played the minion, I had to, so it doesn't really matter. There's no choice. Okay, so he probably has the Death and Decay or another Soulfire or whatever. Yeah. Shoot, man, we had our outs.
Can you tell us about your Blizzard trip, or is Dawn of the Dragon still on the down low?
Well, Pyro, I don't know if you saw the... Did you see all the announcements, man? Like, do you know that it is the year of the dragon? I don't know if you saw that yet. It's early in the morning. Maybe you haven't seen it yet. It is Year of the Dragon. There's still a lot on the down low. Pyro hasn't seen it. There, also, Gin and Baku got Hall of Famed, just as I guessed. So I guessed Year of the Dragon, and I guessed Gin and Baku, and I guessed Divine Favor too, actually. As far as expansion guesses are concerned. Oh, there's the video taking off. We got 6,500 views in the first hour. That's what I was expecting for views. That's more like it. Cool stuff. That's why you play the numbers. Yeah, man, just keep guessing everything, and eventually something's gonna be right. Pyro, it is indeed Year of the Dragon. Can you say how much of the stuff you saw the last days got announced today? Maybe in percentage. Percentage is really arbitrary. 30%. I mean, of the concrete stuff I saw, maybe closer to 50% of like actual things I saw, things I heard, and things I talked about, and so on and so forth. 20%. As you might expect, right? It's a lot easier to show things that are close to being done if you're like showing things. If you're talking about things that are still in the future, it's you talk about them, you don't show them. Oh my god, I need to cancel the queue. I need to cancel the queue. We were going to talk about this graphic real fast. this new solo adventure content graphic from somewhere. Somebody linked this to me. I don't even have this. I wish I had this for my video. I didn't even have this. Just finished watching the video. In a way, I'm sad to see the rotations as I'm having a load of fun with odd mates, but I get that it's better for the game. I think that's fair. Yeah, it totally makes sense. Did they mention if Year of the Dragon is going to be more thematic all year round or focused on the first expansion as it's been so far? Let me say this. I think it was teased in the solo adventure content that the adventure is going to be following kind of one storyline throughout the course of the year. Now, I don't know what the second and third expansion are going to be, so I don't know how closely that will apply to everything else, but it is suggested that this pic is from Blizzard. Yeah, it is indeed. I saw this picture with some changes at the summit, but so in other words, they will follow one storyline. Exactly, Soroshio, yeah. So the single player stuff's going to follow a storyline which I know, and I think some people will like and some people won't, to be totally fair. I think it'll be, for some people, it'll be amazing and funny and awesome. Other people, it'll be
card you saw, please?
Maybe a little
Champ.
A little too goofy, perhaps, for some people. I don't know if that's fair. Maybe not that goofy at the end of the day. Could you do a battle cry sound from a card you saw, please? I can't. No, I couldn't remember one if I did see any new cards. If I did see any new cards, I couldn't remember. So, sorry.
I'm going to miss Glitter Moss when it goes to Hall of Game for sure. 5-star card.
Yes, Pyro, dude. Thank you for the bits. Thank you guys for the love. King DDD, thank you for the bits. Pyro, thanks for the bits again early. All of that stuff, guys. Squidoo, thanks for the bits and the comment on Hearthstone, which I didn't know. That's awesome. And love you guys. Appreciate you guys a ton. Single player looks like allied races from WoW. Yeah, they are actually kind of a diverse set of races, I'll say. You can see there's a full Pyrrha, snake person whose name I can't remember, and a panda, it looks like. So, did the Blizzard devs mention other cards they were thinking Hall of Fame? No, I didn't hear that. No, I don't think they talked about it. I think, well, I don't know. I talked about like Malagos and Leroy a little bit, but they didn't like offer any insights to me about why they didn't pick those necessarily. I love the extended focus on single player content. I have no problem paying $20 for a deeper single player experience. Yeah, I think it's actually going to be fair. I think it'll be worth it. The reward, I don't think you should think about it as paying for the rewards as much as paying about the experience. That said, I think the rewards are actually fairly equitable. It's already $20 for 15 packs is already normal price. Although I thought it was going to be 12 packs. I thought it was going to be 12, but this says 15, so we'll go with 15. So that's already decent, and you get a golden legendary that seems like it might have some sort of special implications about it. Might be more than a normal golden legendary.
When does this solo adventure come out?
I don't know if that's announced yet, Pyro, but typically they've been a couple weeks after the expansion. A couple weeks usually. I'm not sure exactly about this one, or that I can say at least about this one. Has the timeline been announced for this, guys? They said 1 month after expansion in the blog post. Sounds like it's 1 month after the expansion. Thank you guys for clarifying what I'm able to say and not say. It's great. So you get a golden legendary, you get a golden pack, which is actually probably worth like $3 or $4 on its own if you were to buy the golden cards. You get 15 packs, you get 2 card backs, and you get a much bigger, all kinds of crazy extra stuff, like 27 hero powers. That implies there's like 3 hero power game modes for each class, right? There's 9 classes. 36 starting decks implies there's 4 different decks for each class. So what that means is the number of permutations there where you like beat it with a hero power and then you beat it with a deck and then you switch the hero power for the same deck, right?
Come out this year, but
there's like
pretend to be surprised about it.
I don't know everything, so I don't have to pretend to be too surprised. Good question, though. I do know some things that I might have to be... I won't pretend to be surprised. I may pretend to conspire a little and take guesses about things I already know about, but I won't be surprised. What's Zale the Shadow Cloak? I don't think we know yet, or at least I don't think you know yet. But it's cool. It's cool. I think it's just cool. Let's say that. It's cool. Is the Golden Legendary random? No, it's Zale Shadow Cloak. You'll see here, it's a Shadow Cloak legendary card. It's unique. It's cool. Again, it won't be for everybody necessarily, but for the people who like solo adventure content, it's probably going to be more relevant, I would say, on average. Not always, but... Could you theorize a bit on the second third expansion? I will, yeah. We're going to go through that teaser picture in a minute. I need to find that. Somebody grab me the teaser picture. Somebody grab me the teaser picture of the expansions, guys. Like the... Oh, I actually have it, I think. I have it on Twitter. Hold up. Never mind. I have it. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me continue talking about this first. I played this.
A while back a toll of your themed expansion.
There we go.
The Year of the Dragon expansion 2 is teasing that I might be right.
Dude, it's crazy, right? It's crazy.
They should have huge incentives to bring back
then we got
players
Year of the
that
Dragon.
haven't played for a while. Stop playing when all my decks were bad from new expansion.
Yeah, Clarice, I think it's a great idea. I don't know if anything like that's going to exist in the short term, but I think that's something that's on the mind of people. Like you saw even Dean Ayala's tweet, maybe you didn't, but Dean Ayala, a Hearthstone designer, tweeted like 2 weeks ago, like, what can we do to bring you back if you left Hearthstone, that sort of thing. So, absolutely a total consideration. It's a shame they no longer release exclusive cards that you acquire through these solo adventures. Well, actually, that was talked about a little bit, and I think they had a really good reason for that, is that they don't want to gate cards behind solo player content, because some people don't like solo player stuff, and if the only way to unlock a card is by like beating bosses in single player, a lot of people just think that's a waste of time, right? Like they don't want to have to do that. They just want to open packs and get moving with the cards. They never want to touch single player. So I think they've separated the card release from single player in a pretty sensible way. Like I think that makes a lot of sense. So I actually think that's fine. Really looking forward to the new solo adventure and Hall of Fame changes. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool, dude. I'll say this. I think I'm gonna play more solo stuff on stream than I have in the past. Let me put it that way. I think I'll play a lot more than normal. So, like, you can just imagine all the permutations like I was talking about.
Ayala sent me a text message saying, "Baby, come back."
Baby, come back.
All on me, I was wrong, and I just can't live without you.
Oh, Pyro, man, I would love to get text messages like that from Dean. He's so dreamy, dude. He's so dreamy. Solo Regis, let's go. Yes, I think we will indeed, especially if it comes out a month after. Like, that'll take all the kind of time pressure off. So let's talk about this, guys. Choose a starting deck. Choose a hero power. If there's 4 starting decks based on this number and 3 hero powers, right, that means that's not just 7 ways to play, but that's 4 times 3 or 12 different permutations, right? For every hero has 12 permutations, like this deck and this hero power, this deck and, or this deck with all 3 hero powers, this deck with all 3 hero powers, this deck with all 3 hero powers. So if you wanted to be like a completionist and play all these different combinations, you'd essentially be looking at what did I say? 12 times 12, 144 different permutations to complete things. And I don't know if this was... Oh, anomaly mode was announced. There's also an anomaly mode which adds like a random effect to your run. And I can't talk about the specific random effects I saw, I think. Is it 108? Did I... Oh, 12 times 9. It's not times 12. Why did I do times 12? Thank you. Yeah, 108 permutations. Thank you. Are those confirmed Hall of Fame cards? They are. Who cares? Yeah, all confirmed Hall of Fame cards. Can you at least spoil the name of the heroes? I can't, no. I don't remember them anyway. They were just like generic names, new characters as far as I could tell. I don't think there's any recognizable characters that I remember. Well, one kind of maybe, but I don't think you'd know the name. You might just know the character. Can you at least spoil the name of the new expansion? I cannot, man. I don't want to go to jail. It's called Blizzard Jail. The name of the new expansion is Regis Goes to Blizzard Jail. Let's talk about decks coming post-rotation. I'd love to, but I don't honestly know what they could possibly be. I know that Secret Paladin's in a decent-looking spot. I don't think it's losing a ton because it's not odd or even. But if you go through HS Replay, and I'll make a video on this, so I'll have a more thorough sort of assessment of this eventually. If you go through HS Replay, there's like nothing left. Odd Paladin gone. Even Paladin gone. Wall Priest losing a lot of control tools like Psychic Scream and Resurrect stuff, so Wall Priest gone. Odd Mage gone. Death Rattle Hunter gone. Odd Warrior gone. Odd Rogue gone. Even Warlock gone. Zoo Warlock can certainly always do something and survive, so Zoo might hang around. Mid-range hunter can probably hang around. Secret hunter losing spellstone, so probably gone. Cube warlock gone for various reasons. Doomguard and kobolds and catacombs. Rush warrior maybe has some stuff that could do things. Big spell mage is losing a lot, so probably gone. Like Hakar and Mechathune Druid are gone because of Naturalize. Like, it's all gone. There's nothing left. I don't know. It's just gonna be totally new decks. Could you at least release the whole new card list? I think I can only name a few. Like, if I had to tell you like a card's stats and name and effect, I could probably only do 3 or 4. I don't remember very well what I saw. This meta is going to be drastically different. Yeah, needless to say, yeah. I don't think you can name the new decks without knowing the Dawn of the Dragon cards. Exactly, yes. Exactly. Wow, Regis, way to lure me back into Hearthstone, huh? Especially the odd, even stuff going away makes me certain I want to play Standard. Yeah, dude, yeah. So how is, like, Reddit reacting to this, guys?
I'm late. What did I miss?
Nilaku, you've missed a lot, man. Hall of Fame announcement, rotation announcement, solo adventure tease, arena changes we haven't talked about yet. Arena's going to have a new format change, which is pretty crazy. All kinds of new crazy stuff. We haven't talked about the Hearthstone upgrades yet either. Those were announced as well, right? There's going to be a new random card back mode, which I've been asking for forever. So I'll be able to just play a random card back every game. That's going to be sweet. There's going to be a new improved deck builder process so people can build a deck from scratch, essentially, or finish a deck with some really smart logic, that sort of thing. Any speculation on the 2-mana card in the image? It's cool looking. Let's put it this way, I don't need to speculate. I don't know. I don't think Zale Shadowcloak is like a known character or anything, or like an item, is it? I don't think that's from Warcraft. There's like a Cloak of Shadows. That's an ability, though, for Rogue or something, right? So I don't have any insights, really, just that it's called... Well, I do, but I mean, it's public. Zale Shadowcloak. Did they talk about heroic mode in single-player content? Yeah, so basically it's just going to be a harder. Like, there's a card back, I think, attached to it, maybe. It looks like there's 2 card backs, so one's probably for normal, one's for heroic. I think what they basically said was the normal mode of solo adventure will probably be a little easier than we're used to because they're going to have heroic and normal. So heroic will be harder than what it is now, what normal is now, and normal will be a little easier than what normal is now, to make sure that there's like accessibility to people, because they don't want to hide all these packs behind like difficult content, right? They want people to make sure they're feeling like it's worth it. And then heroic is there. First salty Reddit post. Did I click this already? Oh, I did. Yeah. What are they mad about? Oh, they're mad about adventures. How are people responding in general to this news? I thought the adventure cost would certainly stir up some concerns. Totally reasonable, and feedback that was offered to Hearthstone team and maybe even acted on in some ways. You can tell all 252 of us, man, oh man. So I thought that might be bad, but I thought people would love Gin and Baku. I thought people would love arena announcements. I think some people will love the solo adventure content announcements. I thought it would be 80% good reaction, at least. A lot of people are excited by it based on what I've seen on Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw, I like became a mouthpiece on Reddit yesterday. Somebody linked my tweet on Reddit and was like, Regis is excited about the changes. What do you guys think? It's like, oh no, man. I don't want to be the guy. Is Zale Shadowcloak worth getting? Just wait and see. It'll obviously be announced before you have to buy this thing. Just wait and see. For some people, it absolutely will. I would say... I can't say too much. For some people, it will absolutely be worth it. For other people, you probably won't think it's worth it at all. And it will be very clear which group you're in, I think. Very clear. Just wait. But just wait, you know? Just wait. Don't pre-order things until you know enough to make a good decision, right? I'm not going to tell you to blindly pre-order stuff. Just wait and see. I have missed heroic solo content with rewards I can show off. This excites me. Yeah, I think you'll like it, man. It's very in-depth, and I got to play through this. All of it. I've seen the solo adventure content. It's very good. Like, even though it's bigger, it's not like it has lowered in the quality levels. Like voiceovers and art and all of that's really high.
Bag for me on your way out of HQ.
I did get a backpack while I was there. a nice Hearthstone backpack. So I did grab a bag. I suppose I could give it away, but I'd be really sad. It's been announced that Zale seems to work like whiz-bang. He'll allow you to play a deck with recipes. Which ones, though, we don't know. Was that announced? Where was that announced? Well, somebody announced it, so I didn't say it. But maybe it sounds like Zale could be a bit like whiz-bang. I wonder what kind of decks he'd allow you to play, though. That sounds weird. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. But if that were the case, it would be very clear who would want such a card and who wouldn't. Maybe if it was like whiz-bang, like budget players might like such a card better than really competitive Hearthstone players, right? I think that might be the case. I read on the forums, if you're wondering about Zale's Shadow Cloak, it's the new Whizbang the Wonderful. You'll earn a golden copy of Zale for owning all 5 wings, and he'll enable you to play with 5 new deck recipes. And because Zale is golden, so will all the cards in the decks be. Again, great for new players or those who love a bit of bling. That sounds like a very accurate description of Zale, based on what I know. I don't know if that's supposed to be talked about. Was that in the official Blizzard announcements, or did like a streamer talk about that or something? I'm not sure we were supposed to talk about that. Maybe somebody did and they weren't supposed to, or maybe it was announced. I'm not sure. But that sounds pretty accurate. I have to say, that sounds right. It sounds like Zale is a new Whizbang the Wonderful, and he will provide you access to 5 unique decks that are not part of Whizbang the Wonderful's pool. That's pretty cool. PC Gamer released it. Okay, I didn't say it, so cool. Yes, that's what Zale will be. He is going to be a pseudo Whizbang the Wonderful, like a new extra Whizbang the Wonderful. Can you confirm if the solo content is indeed PvE Hearthstone content of the solo variety? Yes, I can confirm that. That is very accurate. Blizzard jail. Yeah, I'm just trying to be careful, you know. I was like way more careful about stuff than most people, I feel like. I was asking like, what are we allowed to say? What are we not allowed to say? What can I talk about? Because I'm going to get super excited and want to talk about everything, but I know not everyone is. I got to be very, very careful. If I disenchant my regular one now, I don't know what that means. Can you bring up the teasers? Yeah, we can talk about that. Well, let me make sure there was something else here I wanted to talk about. Like I said, the quality of everything was very high. Great boss encounters, really fun mechanics, great voice lines. I like literally chuckled, laughed out loud multiple times while playing through some of this. I think it offers a ton of replayability. It was very cool. Are there a few Easter eggs? I didn't really notice any super Easter eggs. The friendly encounter that's teased here is, it adds some extra depth and strategy to the game, which I think is really cool. People who are familiar with deck building games will probably kind of get a feel for what that is. If you're going into a tavern and you're talking to a dude who's friendly, like, what might he help you do? That sort of thing. So that was really cool. I think that added some fun. There's also a hero there that's intriguing. You might be able to get a clue who that is. He said the quality is good, broken NDA banned. Yeah, again, I don't know if it's going to be worth it for everybody, right? You have to carefully use your discretion when you buy these sorts of things.
Regis, stop whispering me all this stuff you learned about it, Blizzard.
For every 100 bits, I'll type out a sentence, Pyro, that gives you all. I'll type out a 5-page report that gives you all the details. For every 100 bits, I'll give you one letter, one letter of the 5-page report. A-M
12 months. Our 1-year anniversary smiling face.
S. What did I just spell? Amorous. That's not a word. This isn't available for free, right? It's not. No, it's $20 or 700 gold per wing. The first wing will be free, so you can get started, so on and so forth.
This a communal report?
Mackie D3. No, only Pyro. Sorry, dude. Non-consecutive letters. Yeah, what did I gave you guys a series of letters. I wonder if they spell anything that's a hint or a clue. They're not. Is that Broad on the friendly encounter? No, it's not Broad. His name might start with B, though. Each Upper Live, thanks for the 12 months, dude. Welcome back. 1 year's amazing. Congrats on the badge. That's pretty sick. Whoa!
This must cover at least one word.
Maybe one word, but not supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Pyro, thanks for 1,000 bits, man. That's pretty crazy, dude. Bit bombs everywhere. Thanks, guys. Maggie3, thank you for the 100 bits. A lot of bits today. So let's. One thing I wanted to talk about was the. No, I think I talked. This image up here in the top right. What do you guys think about this image in the top right? What does that look like to you? It looks like a sewer to me almost. Yeah, it's definitely a sewer. You can see like the archway. You can see like water. You can see more sewer drainage in the back. It's like green. I don't know. Anybody have any ideas on where that might be? Sewers in World of Warcraft. There's probably a few. Stormwind has like that tram kind of sewer looking thing. I don't know. There's a few. TMNT expansion confirmed. Oh my god, dude. That would be amazing. I would love that.
Regis
Dalaran does have sewers, yeah. Under Borealis? Oh, I haven't played BFA. Yeah, under Borealis. That's a neat idea. I like that. It looks like Undercity, of course. Yeah, it looks a ton like Undercity. Yeah. Undercity. It literally Undercity kind of makes sense, yeah. Dirty Rat confirmed for new card. Ah, that makes sense. Are you allowed to be saying this, Regis? I don't know, I'm just looking at the artwork. I don't know. That's there. I didn't put the artwork out. You guys are certainly able to deduce what you like from the artwork. I can't stop you. I'm not confirming nor denying anything. Some good ideas. I can guarantee you're not gonna guess the name of the expansion or anything like that. I 100% guarantee you won't guess what it is, but it's still fun to theorize, right? The whole of Stormwind is a sewer. Same could be said for like Barons. The single player heroes look like Pandaria. They do actually, right? Volpira, though, the Volpira Fox people aren't from Pandaland, right? They're from like BFA land. Blink twice if Mr. Blizzard has you under duress. No, Miss Kilbin does. They're putting all those cards in the Hall of Fame. They are Magic Pants. Yeah, man. Absolutely, indeed, they are. All getting Hall of Fame, dude. Big time Hall of Fame. So let's talk about this. And I legitimately can theorize on this one. I don't know the answers to this. I really don't know. So these are the teasers, guys, for the new year, right? The new year of the dragon. Expansion 1, Expansion 2, and Expansion 3 all teased here. What do you guys make of this? The last one is gold goblins. I feel like it looks like fire, though. Like, it's got like a interesting sort of black rim here and fire kind of coming out of it, and there's fire back here as well. That looks a lot like fire. Looks like Deathwing or Cataclysm or something like that. And I legitimately don't know. Last one is some sort of Forge, Warlords of Draenor, Magic, Science, Fire. Okay. It's interesting. I'll call them Blackrock Foundry, Firelands. Yeah. I mean, let's start at the first one. Like, this is the one that you're going to see soon. What is this one? What is expansion number 1? It's purple and gold. Very common colors in Hearthstone. It looks a bit Kirin Tor-esque to me. Second one is Dalaran. What about the second one looks Dalaran to you? I feel like I don't associate Dalaran with like teal, I feel like. Shadows of the Shah. What makes it look like Shah?
Expansion 1 is
Escape from Violet Hold. Expansion 2 is Ramakan something.
Expansion is Aspect of the Dragon.
Pyro, what's Ramakan something? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Ramakan. It's like Rastakhan, but not. Still feels like Dalaran to me. Golden Epic. Violet Holds. I think Violet Holds a pretty reasonable guess. Yeah, it's definitely Violet. Is it holding anything? I don't know. Violet Holds a cool... I don't know if like Violet Holds big enough for like a whole expansion though, right? It feels like it wouldn't be. It's just dudes in a prison. Like, there's only like 7 or 8 bosses or something in Violet Hold. Seems like, I don't know. Am I the only one who just sees the Boomsday Netherstorm? It does look a lot like Boomsday and Netherstorm thematically, yeah. Color-wise and stuff. The color palette for sure.
Asterisk Ram K and the
Oh, that's Tolvir. Oh, okay, Pyro. I didn't actually know that, man. Tolvir's a neat idea. That would be... I feel like that might be a little specific for Hearthstone, but that's possible. Second expansion is Regis Kilbin themed. It is kind of my color palette. I do use that teal a lot, and like gold and yellow too a lot. So I think that's a possibility. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why they didn't tell me the second one. They were like, ooh. Regis Kilbin themed expansion. Oh. Can we finally get some Pandaria love in Hearthstone? I think the second one looks kind of Pandarian-esque. Like the color palette, but this is almost certainly Egyptian, right? This looks like hieroglyphics to me. And the like this kind of angular, almost like Aztec or Egyptian design does not look like Pandaland to me. This looks really Egyptian. But why is this thing like so curved, and like the shape of this doesn't reminisce anything to me? I don't know what the shape of this is supposed to look like. 100% Oldum. I think so too. Yeah. Uldum, Uldir. I don't know how you pronounce all these. It looks like Egyptian to me. It looks like staff from League of Explorers. Oh, interesting. Hold up a second. Let me see what that looks like. League of Explorers staff. What was it called? Staff of Origination or something? Oh, there it is. It does have the same color palette. The shape doesn't really... I mean, it kind of has a similar shape a little bit, but not really. But a similar color palette, yeah, that's a neat idea. League of Explorers is definitely coming back for Xbox 2. It does look a bit like an Egyptian League of Explorers theme, I'll be honest. Like, that actually could be Lost City of Tolvir for Expansion 2. Yeah, I can actually see all of that, guys. I think it makes sense. Draenei here hieroglyphics? Did Draenei have hieroglyphics? I don't know if I've ever seen that before. They might. I'm not disagreeing. I just don't know. It feels like third could be Klaxi themed. Oh, interesting. Klaxi did have sort of that golden amber wood feel, but I feel like that's more fire. Like, I think that's blatantly fire. I don't remember Klaxi having fire that I remember, at least when I played through Panda pretty fast, but I don't remember fire specifically. Is that a dragon tooth on the last one? I mean, down... Oh, here. Yeah, we gotta think about that tooth. That's a very deliberately placed tooth. You're right. Very deliberately placed tooth. That's gotta mean something, right? That's gotta be a dragon. Is it like Cataclysm? Like Deathwing? We already had Blackrock Mountain for fire. What other fire places are there in Hearthstone? There's some volcanoes, but we've already had that with like Journey to Ankuro. Firelands, and somebody else mentioned Blackrock Foundry previously, but that tooth doesn't feel like Firelands or Foundry to me. The tooth feels like Deathwing, like very deliberately Deathwing. I find it interesting you guys are talking more about expansion 2 and 3 than number 1. Like, number 1's the one you should be thinking about. That's the one that's coming soon. 2 and 3 are miles away. Miles away. What is number 1? What is this? Is this an icon we know? That's not like the Kirin Tor eye or anything, is it? What's the Kirin Tor logo? No, that's not anything remotely close to the Kirin Tor eye. That's a random like glyph. I don't know. I don't think I know that glyph. I'm not sure. How does this compare to the card back? Oh, it's very close. Oh, it's very... Oh, that's the same glyph. It's exactly the same. Whoa, Nilaku, dude. 5 gifted subs, man. Yeah, that rune is the exact same on this. See the card art? I don't know if you guys can see my mouse or not. In fact, I don't even know if it's in the right place. That glyph right there is absolutely the same as the glyph right here. It's like they almost took a piece of that card back. Oh, they did. That's exactly what they did. Look! Look! You can see it! Look! I don't know where my mouse shows up when I'm doing this. I don't know if my mouse shows up at all. I don't think you guys can see my mouse. Oh, you can. Look at this. That, see right here, that little edge on the edge of that, like the gold border, and the edge right there, that little pointy part that comes out, and then the circle, and then the rune. Look. They just took that and they flipped it. That's just the card back. There's the little pointy bit in the rune. It's making like a in shape here, but it's upside down and making a U shape on that. So they just totally took the card back, and or maybe they took the bottom half down here. It looks like it's probably symmetrical, right? So along that axis.
Regis Gilbin, it is escape from Violet Hold. The sewers are in Dalaran, and so is Violet Hold.
Dalaran
wins.
Like a name. I was hanging out with Dalaran the other day. That sort of thing. Nilaku, thanks again, man. Pyro, thanks again. Hype Train, yeah, I'm gonna play the train for you. That's a good idea. Oh no, we lose our screens! No! Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na. Bum, bum, bum. The Hall of Fame is for real, yeah. Grats to, let me see. Grats to Socks and Crocs, Dave Easton Mythic. Oh no! Hearthstone closed. McKelly and Overdither, thank you again, Nilaku, for the subs, man. Let me get up Hearthstone again. I didn't mean for it to close. We've been goofing around too much. Those are real Hall of Fame cards. Yes, that is confirmed. 100% confirmed. Sir Piero, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man. No, she did not go to Blizzard with me. No, she's never been on like a trip for that sort of thing. Never once, and she was working anyway, I think, so. No chance there. It's really hard for her to like get days off. She's a nurse. She kind of has to go to work. Like, she can't just like take a day off. She has to plan it in advance really far. I mean, unless she's like violently ill or something, of course. But for the most part, it's really hard for her to take days off. She needs planning and scheduling and stuff, which isn't always available. I didn't, this wasn't planned super far in advance or anything. Whoa!
Maybe the card backs that are for future events give some clue to the new sets. They have interesting flavor text.
You're going to have to remind me what they are. I remember looking at them. We talked about them on stream with the tinfoil hats. We had that happen, but somebody needs to drag those up. Intentionally, Blake, thank you for the $5. Definitely a good point to consider, but you're going to have to send them to me or I'm not going to know. Do they give you a meal allowance? I was fed and taken care of. Yeah. In fact, the catering at the Blizzard Summit was out of this freaking world. It was the best catering I've ever had by a mile. It was so good. It was so freaking good, the catering. We had delicious breakfast, like just eggs, bacon, like hash browns, like really, really good bacon. The bacon was fantastic. For lunch, we had this incredible taco bar. It was so good. And then for dinner, just like this crazy spread, some braised beef short ribs that were to die for. It was some great mashed potatoes. Oh, it was so good. Miss Kilburn was mad when I told her how good the food was. One was like Burning Legion, one was Gears, and one was like a Dream or something. Interesting. I don't feel like thematically those line up with these three, right? Number one is Caverns of Time. Lots of dragons, purple mist, etc. Ooh. I like that idea.
Taco bars exist? What is my life even?
Well, like a buffet, I should say. Did I say taco bar? Is that the right word? Taco... I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if taco bar is the right word. I feel like that's the right word. Like where you just go and you build your own taco. I mean, like different shells, different meats, different, accessory items. Maybe taco bar is not the right word, but I feel like it is. Like a buffet bar, but with tacos. Taco bar is right. Okay. Not like an alcohol bar, but they had like some incredible chicken, some incredible pork, beef, like steak, It wasn't just like gross. It was like fresh lemons, fresh herbs. Like it was so good, man. It was really well done. I was living like a king, dude. I loved it. It's Taco Bell catering. That might have been good too, but not the same. Not the same. One was like burning. Oh yeah. So intentionally, like I don't really understand how those might line up. Like definitely like Dream. I don't see maybe number 2, but these glyphs and this, and particularly this sort of square, blocky, angular. Framing looks way more like Egyptian to me. This looks absolutely Egyptian. This one looks like Dragonfire to me. This one looks a bit like Kirin Tor, Dalaran, like Caverns of Time I think is reasonable. I feel like Caverns of Time would have been more gold. Like I associate it with the bronze Dragonflight more than purple. So I don't know about that. Dragons will definitely be the third. We had some dragons with Rosticon, and probably they won't give us too many dragons for a complete year. Maybe this is Dawn of the Dragons, guys. Maybe this expansion is Dawn of the Dragons.
Is expansion 3 giving a Warlords of
It is Nilaku, yeah.
Anyone else?
I could see that, man, like Blackrock Foundry, or like just, I don't know, orc kind of fire sort of thing. Caverns of Time, Ramekin, Dawn of Dragons. I'm locking it in. I love it, Faroon, dude. That's cool. Thanks for the bits again, guys, by the way. One of the card backs says it isn't easy being green. Does it really? That's cool. I don't remember that. The second one is Voldoon. You can see 2 of the heroes in the background are Sethrak and Volpira. But those are for the first expansion, right? I don't even know Voldoon. Let me look at it. Battle for Azeroth Voldoon. I don't feel like... Is there archaeology here? That does look a little bit... That had like some teal stuff and had some square stuff. I really don't know Voldoon very well. That does look a bit like this, though, I'll be honest. That would be kind of crazy, yeah. There's a little bit of green at the button of Expansion 3 as well. At the bottom, yeah, this is like sort of a greenish black. I think it's probably meant to be black, and the green's just sort of a lighting aspect, but I don't know. What do you think about PvE not being free anymore? I have mixed feelings. I mean, you're getting a lot of rewards with it, right? So unlike before when you just play, you didn't get anything. Like, you're getting card backs, which is normal, but you're also getting packs and a golden legendary, which you don't normally get. Plus, it's just a lot bigger. So I actually think it's pretty fair. I think it's an equitable offer. Like, you're paying more, but you're getting more. So I don't really have an issue with it. I mean, the difference is, right, like, there's no choice to get it for free, which is annoying, I think, in some ways, right? It'd be better if you could choose to get rewards or just choose to play it. So they are gating it behind the price, which is probably frustrating to a lot of people, so I totally feel you there. But ultimately, I think it's a fair offer, so I think it's okay. And you can spend gold, but that's still like money, right? Because gold turns into packs, and it, it has a cost. It would otherwise turn into value too, so in any case, it costs sort of money. You get 15 packs at 20 cost, I think it's fine. Yeah, I do too. The only thing is you have to pay to get it, right? You don't have a choice. That's perhaps frustrating. So I totally understand if people are frustrated by that. I had a lot of feedback on that at the summit. Like, a lot of that can't be changed, but it could be worse. Could be worse. Let's put it that way. It could be worse. So I'm really, really happy to see what I'm seeing here. I'm really, really happy to see the rewards that are being offered. Does Blizzard say when exactly the new expansion is going to release? They did, yeah. They did. Well, actually, I don't know if they did at the summit, but I might have some ideas. Can't you unlock it with gold? You can, but gold is still money, right? Gold has value, because that could be packs that you might otherwise want to buy. You don't have to spend real dollar cash. You can earn it through gameplay, but that still has value, so it still costs something, right? Will some wild cards come back to replace Hall of Fame ones? Based on my understanding, I don't think wild cards are planned for that. I don't think there's any formal firm plans, so all of it's just kind of hearsay at this point. But the tone or intention that I heard is that new cards will be added to replace rotating cards. Maybe not immediately, right? I'm not promising anything because I really don't know. But eventually, I think the idea is to make sure all of the Hall of Fame cards are kind of replaced. And we already saw that, right? We saw 4 new cards added previously. I think that's what they're going to do, add in more new cards to replace stuff. But I've never spent a dime, so no, it's not. Well, like I said, it still has value. Like, it's still, you're sacrificing something to play single player. Whether that's arena runs or money or packs or your ever-increasing total of gold. Like, if you're trying to hit new gold threshold, something is being sacrificed to pay for this, right? So it does have a cost that is equitable to cash. Like, you can equate it to cash. You get a lot of content as well. Yes. No, again, I think it's worth it. I'm not disparaging it. Like, I played it. It's super fun. It was big. There's a lot of replayability if you're someone who really cares about, like, tracking your results and, finishing things. You're going to have a lot of time. Like, hundreds and hundreds of hours, probably. Like, more than most games would offer you total is going to be in this, I think. But it plays like previous adventures, to be fair. Like, it's nothing completely revolutionary that I saw. It has improvements. It has neat new things. But it is going to feel familiar. For sure. First expansion is the Void Planet. I don't even know the Void Planet. You mean like the Void Lords? Oh, the Void Planet from the astronomy dude in the raid. I can't think of the name. The Suramar raid. I don't know, man. I mean, I see what you're going for. It is very purple, but what about all this gold stuff and these like runes? That doesn't look like tentacles to me, It doesn't look like a Void Planet. This looks more like has like some sort of architectural basis or like magic basis. I don't know. Do you know anything about Tyrande? It was brought up as a pain point, but I don't have any information about like a resolution to that pain point. But Blizzard's aware of it. I'll say that. Blizzard's aware of it. Do you know if they're planning an event to get people... Oh, that's what I just answered. It's like the old adventures. It is like the old adventures for cost. It's definitely not like the old adventures for gameplay experience. It's like Dungeon Run and Monster Hunt. Expansion 1 will definitely be based around spell power. Mechanics-wise, we have seen some spell power teaser stuff. I think there will probably inevitably be spell damage cards in there. First expansion, Return of the Old Gods. That'd be cool. That'd be sick. Do you think we're far enough in Hearthstone's lifespan, guys, to like return to old characters though? Like, I guess we are actually at the 5-year anniversary, right? Hearthstone came out like March or April of 2014, so we are at a 5-year anniversary. I mean, it is sort of a milestone. I would think you'd wait a little longer probably to do anniversary stuff, like looking backwards, but it's possible. The last stone in the middle looks damaged, like a crack on the side. You mean like right here? Yeah, I don't know if I'd read too much into that. I feel like the stones are always the same graphic, just with like stuff applied to them, you know? You can see like this swirl right here is sort of in all of them. It's just kind of hidden depending on what's there. Seems like there's kind of a crack here too, right? Again, I don't know if you guys can actually see my mouse. I'm not sure that's worth much. But it seems like the mouse is hidden behind that. I don't know. But I think they each kind of have that same crack. I don't know. I think the gems in the middle are usually the same, just like recolored and retouched a little bit. It seems like they've been the same gems every time. Like I remember people looking way too much into the gems and like the same teasers last time. Like, oh, it's the Moonwell, but it's like the gem doesn't mean as much as the color palette and sort of the panel. I think usually tells us more than the gem. They're Infinity Stones. Mechathune has returned. That's true, actually, Retro Gamer. Yeah, we already did get Mechathune as a sort of a callback, so maybe it's not too late. You're right. The triangle on the upper right side is the arcane symbol. Maybe that with the image for expansion 1 means it'll be dollar on the upper right. Oh, you mean like this part of the rune as opposed to like the little dot there?
Boys, make some room
Upper
by the
right. I don't actually know what you mean by upper right, but I think that definitely looks Dalaran-esque. There's no question about that. Slimy Bikini, thanks to the Twitch Prime sub, dude.
At Regis Gilbin, okay, so I am noticing a common theme to the solo adventure, the shaman hero. Looks like a Sethric, snake-like race, and the rogue appears to be Volpera race.
I think you're right about that.
Both common elements of Volden.
Somebody else, yeah. Somebody else I think teased the same thing. Yeah, I feel you. But again, does that look like expansion 2, or does that look like because that's obviously for expansion 1, right? These are going to be in the first expansion of the year. So does this artwork match up? This one looks like Vol'dun, apparently everybody says, but I don't know if the same heroes will carry through or not. I mean, I legitimately don't know. Regis is wearing a tinfoil hat with the Illuminati symbol in the top right. oh, here's about that symbol. Oh, this one up here. Oh shoot, I didn't even see that. What is that symbol? Hold up, let me go back. Were we saying a symbol for arcane or something? I didn't hear what you guys said. I forgot now. I didn't even see that symbol. I thought you were talking about on the expansion 1 thing. Okay. All of the ones in expansion 1 look like criminals, which might work in Violet Hold breakouts. Yeah, they do look kind of criminal-esque. I'll give you that. That panda looks evil. I don't know if I can really tell much about the fox. Looks like a pirate. I don't really know how that looks like a criminal either. That dude looks a little mean, but I don't see it. But then again, Violet Hold, like, I feel like it's only big monsters, right? They don't keep, like, normal criminals there. It's not like the Stormwind Stockades where it's, like, pandas and stuff. I feel like it's only huge, crazy void dudes and tentacle dudes and stuff like that. Flo, thanks to the Twitch Prime sub, Flo. Much love, much appreciated, man. Thank you. Yeah, so what were we saying the symbol is at the top up there? I didn't hear what we said. I forgot. It's like arcane or magic or something. Somebody remind me what somebody said. Sagan, by the way, thanks for posting those recaps, dude. That's really handy to summarize for people who are new. Thanks again, by the way, Pyro for all the bits, Nilaku, Slimy Bikini, Flo for the primes, intentionally blank dropping $5. That was very kind, dude. Very, very kind. Love you guys a ton as always. A final day of the month, February 28th. Last one is goblins versus gold boats. If you have 9+ naturalized and 1 golden naturalized, how much dust? How does naturalized work? Is it a basic card? Oh no, it's a common card. I don't know how that works. You get 40 dust times 9, so 360 plus. I don't know. No, maybe you get 20 dust. I don't even know, man. What's a golden? It's 100 for a golden. Is it gold? Yeah, it's 100. So you probably get 460 dust or something. I don't know. First expansion's Kirin Tor. I think that's a Kirin Tor / Dalaran seems to be the leading guess at this point for sure. Why the arena changes? I don't think I got a lot of insights into that. I wasn't asking about arena a lot in my sort of one-on-one time with devs. I was talking more about like general state of the game and sort of stuff like that. I think just to keep it fresh though is the idea. I think just keep it fresh and fun for people and keep it changing so there's new metas all the time. I think like freshness and making things not feel stale, which I guess is just literally it's restating the opposite of freshness. I think that felt like a talking point, like a pain point. Like they want to make sure that people are having a good time regularly, and probably it sounded like that they want to drop more like mid expansion sort of changes, which I think we already saw with nerfs a little bit. But be more willing to be adaptable, it sounded like, and have a scheduled sort of break. So, for instance, I think the arena stuff is going to be every 2 months or something like that. So, it'll be like new arena with a launch of expansion, and then right in the middle of the 2 expansions, a fresh arena meta, right? So that you have 2 months of brand new cards, and then you get 2 months of a totally different assortment of cards, and then new expansion, and then new cards, and then new expansion, and then new, not new cards, but new brackets and new buckets, I should say. So I think that's the idea, just keeping things moving and keeping things fresh. It sounds like balance changes might be more regular moving forward too. I mean, that's probably dependent on what needs to be balanced. If things are fine, I don't think they're going to arbitrarily do it. But it generally speaking, philosophy-wise, it sounded to me like the team wanted to be much more reactive and much more open to change and flexibility. I think there's a shift in philosophy a little bit towards managing current players as opposed to always appealing to sort of new players. So more about like keeping people happy that are playing Hearthstone as opposed to kind of trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator a little bit. And again, these are like my interpretations of conversations. This is not like formal or official, and it's always all up to leadership and strategic decisions. Like, don't take anything I'm saying as like gospel or like, oh, it's gonna happen. It's just that was sort of the sentiment that I gathered. I'm not like saying they said exactly this is gonna happen. It's more like it felt like there was a vibe. It felt to me like they sort of wanted to use this year as a reboot, almost like a going back to their roots a little bit and just making the game feel different and good again. And that part of that was like recognizing problems with combo and OTK decks and understanding what makes Hearthstone fun at a game by game level and basis. What impression did you get of the new executive producer, Chris Siggety? Dude's like an absolute Blizzard legend. He worked on like StarCraft, and he's been at Blizzard for like 20 plus years or something. He seemed like he liked the game a lot. I didn't talk to him individually a ton. There wasn't like formal sort of one-on-one sit-downs with everybody, but there was a lot of time to just kind of roam around and, meet people. That was certainly not the most sort of formative or important conversation I had. I can't really talk about the one that I had that was the most formative and most important, but I had a really good conversation with an important person on the Hearthstone team that gave me a lot of confidence in the direction of the game. I'll say that. And again, it all comes down to execution. Like, words don't mean anything. We have to see how it goes. Like, they could have just been empty words, and, you have to deliver on promises. But I had a conversation, and a long conversation, and a thorough conversation that made me feel very good about, because people think I'm like a shill or like a apologist or whatever for Blizzard, which couldn't be farther from the truth. First off, I constantly criticize the game. It's like people see me on the Carterville and they think I'm like a Mary Sue or something. I don't know. I half my videos are criticizing the game. It's not like I'm super nice to Blizzard. I was very openly, I asked a ton of challenging questions and gave a lot of challenging feedback even at the summit. So like they don't think I'm like they know I have problems too. But anyway, shoot, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Had a really good conversation. The Hall of Fame is real, J-Mac. No, the Hall of Fame is real, dude. This is the tinfoil stuff. The Hall of Fame is legit, man. It's been announced, confirmed. Gin and Baku are gone. What was I gonna say, man? What was I gonna say? Good conversation, good direction for the game. I don't know. And that's not arbitrary either. There are reasons that I think that's meaningful and significantly different than it has been in the past. Does some mean more big stuff coming this year? Well, I mean, there's an expansion coming that I know about that I can't talk about yet. But some implies less concrete things that I talked about that will eventually be coming, maybe.
Aha!
But cool things, like just more of a philosophy than a like announcement, right? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Can you leak first and last letter of the new Hearthstone expansion? I probably could. It probably wouldn't really cause any problems. It would be impossible to derive. They're two very generic letters. You'd never... you would never, ever guess. So I could, but I won't, just to be safe. Saw your video on Hearthstone. Didn't know you were a streamer. It was pretty nice. Thanks, Elda, man. That's cool. I'm glad you spotted it. We're having a lot of fun talking and theorizing. We got our tinfoil hat on right now, conspiring about what might be all these new expansions. What is the robe again? So the robe is called Zale Shadow Cloak. You guys can see the robe there sort of hiding in the middle of that artwork. It is, this has been released. I'm not leaking this, even though I've seen the card. It is a Whiz Bang the Wonderful style card that's going to allow you to play 5 unique decks that are going to have a bit of a theme. I'll say that. They're going to be unique from Whiz Bang, but so something that's going to be, I think, ideal for like Whiz Bang players, people who are on a budget, that sort of stuff. I did ask if they're going to be like competitive decks, like, you know, they're going to be really good, and it said they'll be similar power level to Whiz Bang decks. Like, they're going to be thematically created and designed around a theme, it sounds like, but still not like super competitive. You know, it's not going to replace your competitive decks, but still good enough to have fun with, right? Like, good enough to be competitive and win some games and stuff was the direction and the goal. Stop asking about the new expansion name. We know it's called Dawn of the Dragons. God, I would be in so much trouble if it really was, and then I had been talking about it for weeks and weeks and months. They'd be like, Regis, how did you know? What did we show you, Regis? Stop. Is Miss Kilbin murdering someone in the background? That would be on character for her. I wouldn't be shocked. She's like my evil half. I'm the nice, super nice, jolly Santa Claus. She's like the Grinch. If I'm Santa, she's the Grinch. So yeah, it's believable. It's believable. But hey, I love my Grinch. I like mean girls. I don't know why. I've always liked girls who are a little sassier, like got a little bite to them. I don't want to push over. I always like that. I don't know why. Opposites attract, they say. Although I don't think data supports that. I think data supports opposites actually don't do well together. But in many, many ways, we're similar. Dumb question, but will they give us Zale in gold? Yeah, it's going to be golden. That's why it's golden here in the artwork. So, and what that means is all of the cards in your decks, like your Whiz Bang style decks, will also be gold. I like the bite thing as well. What is that 2-mana card you get for the adventure? It's called Zale Shadow Cloak, and it's basically like Whiz Bang the Wonderful, but with a separate pool of decks. So we know what month it comes out. We don't know officially, I don't think, but presumably it'll be in April. That's the very regular. As far as the adventure, I don't know for sure. I think it's a month after the expansion.
Aha.
The expansion should come out in early April, based on what we know usually, and that would imply the adventure would come out like in early May, maybe something like that. Are those cards really going to the Hall of Fame? They are indeed. Yeah, indeed they are. That's real. That's the real deal. So we've decided Dalaran, Violet Hold, Kirin Tor for expansion 1. We've decided sort of the Egyptian theme of Warcraft. Like, if you guys don't know, Warcraft has like some Egyptian areas. Like some of the like Titan Keepers and Titan Watchers and stuff are like Egyptian looking dudes. So like Vol'dun, Uldum, some sort of sandy Egyptian-inspired expansion, which would actually be pretty cool. I think that would be neat. I used to love mummies in Egypt and stuff as a kid. And then expansion 3, we're thinking like Blackrock Foundry, Cataclysm, Warlords of Draenor, Orcs, Fire. I don't really know what expansion 3 is going to look like, but something like that. That seems to be the general consensus so far. I don't have any thoughts. I don't know expansion 2 and 3, so I'm on the same page as you guys. Like, I think this one looks very Egyptian. I will say, though, it also looks a bit like underwater to me for some reason. Like, I don't know, it has kind of like a Naga vibe, or like a... doesn't really look like Sunwell vibe, because again, the very angular hieroglyphic style at the bottom looks way more Egyptian than anything else. But if I just look at the gem, I kind of get like a Naga sea vibe, you know? Should I contemplate replacing Doom Guards with Reckless Rocketeers? I would just wait, man, and see what new cards come out. There might be some crazy Zoo 5-drop or something, or a finisher, you know? Who knows? Do you know Bruce Lee? I don't know Bruce Lee. I know of Bruce Lee, but if there's a person named Bruce Lee, I don't know who they are. Second one would be perfect with a Naga / Ashara theme. That's kind of what I was feeling too, yeah. Just looks so sea-like, that teal, you know. But again, the bottom looks very angular and Egyptian, like architecturally. So, are there any like examples of Naga architecture that look like that? I don't feel like it. I feel like Naga like architecture and Naga supporting visuals and graphics are always like, they always have more of like a fluid look, right? Like more of a spiky and like angular spikes and like almost like a Little Mermaid or something, more than like Egyptian, right? I don't think I ever get a feel for like Egyptian when I look at like Naga themed stuff. It's like their armor or their buildings or whatever supporting stuff they have. It feels way more curvy. It doesn't feel angular and square or hieroglyphic-y like this does. That looks very, very Egyptian.
Welcome, boys. Make some room.
Fork and beard, thanks, dude.
Good work, dude, in predicting the Hoff beard is top-notch, too, as always.
Thank you, dude, man. That's really nice. I'm gonna take the tinfoil hat off, guys. It's getting really hot. It's getting hot on my head. I'm losing my voice, dude. I talked for like a day, like all day. I talked constantly. I listened a lot too, I guess, though. Maybe not talking constantly. I listened a lot. Expansion 3 is Dawn of the Dragons. It could be J-Mac, dude. It really could be, man. That would be sick. They did say all 3 expansions this year will connect to tell a story. Ah, interesting. So how on earth can that be possible? How can you go from this to this to this and have a cohesive storyline? I don't know. That seems insane. Like, even though I know the setup for the storyline, I still don't know how we get to number 2 and number 3. There's going to be something crazy. Serpent Shrine Cavern. Oh, okay, let me look at that. Because that might be a place you can see a good example of, like, Naga-style, sort of underwater-style architecture to see if it matches up. Does anything in Serpent Shrine Cavern look like that? I don't think so, right? Even, like, Serpent Shrine Cavern does look more curvy. It never looks like square. Yeah, I'm looking at screenshots right now. That doesn't look like Serpent Shrine Cavern to me, right? I don't see... Yeah, I don't see how it's Naga. I think it has to be Egyptian. I think it has to be. Bunch of heroes following a villain through the world or something. Okay. It's a neat idea. I like that. Probably TBC themed. Burning Crusade themed? I don't think that's green enough to be Burning Crusade. Legion, like Fel, is usually more green than teal, right? I think the first expansion is going to be Kultiris, because the image of the adventure content shows Sethrak and Volpiras. Okay, that's been the common theme, like something related to BFA, because there's 2 new races there. I probably wouldn't pay too much attention to those races. I have to think probably... And I don't really know the logic on the races, but I would think maybe they just wanted like a diverse batch of races, right? Like they didn't want every hero to be the same race. I've lost where all these images live now on my thing. I can't find anything. You know, like, can we tell anything about... Well, for instance, like, look at this. This is a hero too, right? We see in this artwork a little elemental dude, right? So is he part of BFA or like... Coltiris, a little elemental thing like that. I haven't played BFA, so I don't really know. It might be. He really might be. I don't know. But I feel like maybe that might be a differing clue, and I don't think we can really tell much on these other ones what they look like. But are pandas part of it either? Like, there's a panda dude there too. So I don't know. That feels like it might be like a red herring to me. That's not as clear. I got a deck for post rotation. What is it saying? Let's hear about it, man. Do we know if the 6 cards from which wood will be replaced? I don't think we know that, and I don't have any sort of official confirmation of this, but I do think that's the intention eventually. I think, based on what I heard just kind of here and there, I think their plan is to someday make sure all Hall of Fame cards are replaced with, like, new... Well, I mean, these, I guess, wouldn't be because they're part of an expansion, maybe. I don't, like... But classic cards that leave, I think, will probably get replaced because they want the classic set to stay, I think, kind of the same size and stuff. Is the pumpkin head on the friendly encounter hero picture? I don't think that's a pumpkin head. I think it's like a little elemental dude. I think it's like a little like a firefly. That looks exactly like the firefly elemental. You may not be able to see it as well as I can. I don't know. I have like the original artwork up. So I think it's a little fire elemental dude. Little spark elemental. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have we seen any examples of like spark elementals in like Warcraft lore? Or, well, I don't know. I guess these characters aren't notable characters. So there's probably no reason to believe that is a notable character either, right? I don't recognize these. These look like generic sort of fun takes on Warcraft races and stuff, which we need more pandas, by the way. Hey, no fear, dude. How's it going? Top right artwork is sewers. Yeah, we talked about that, like sewers in Warcraft. I think that's a good clue. A lot of people said it looks like Dalaran sewers. Stormwind has like sewer type stuff like that. I don't think Ironforge has any sewers, does it? It's like mostly lava stuff laying around. Where else did you guys mention sewers? There were a couple other sewers mentioned. Somebody said the new town in, like the Coltiris town. I can't think of the name of it. It's Coltiris is the island, right? Not the actual town. I'm surprised the Hall of Famed, the odd and even non-legendaries as well. So much free dust. Yeah, and I think honestly that's why they did it, Bounty Bay. I mean, they could have left him in, but it wouldn't have felt good, right? I think they just realized, like, let's get some goodwill going. Let's give... Because a couple of them are epics, right? It's actually a lot of dust if people have those laying around. So... I think they recognize, like, hey, let's give back a little bit. Like, obviously, these are a cohesive sort of thing. If we're going to do one, we better do them all. Imagine if they hadn't. People would have had an outcry, right? And I'll be honest, I do feel like Blizzard wants to be more conscious of that and more careful about, like, what the community is going to, how the community is going to react. And not as, like, a PR fallout thing either. It's not like they're trying to avoid making people mad. It's more like they understand that's representative of real feelings and stuff, and they want to make sure they're, you know, keeping people engaged and happy with the game and stuff. So I can't really say that for sure, but it seems like it. Borealis. That's right. Borealis is the city. Yeah. That sounds right. Let's start a fund to bribe Regis into saying the expansion name. Oh boy, it'd take a lot, man. I'd have to be able to retire on it. Because I don't want to burn my bridges, man. It'd have to be enough to retire. You guys get me up to, how many bits would that be? I don't know. Let's say 10 million bits. You get to 10 million bits. I'll do it. Is that enough? I'm trying to think how much money that equates to. I don't even know if that's enough, actually. It might need to be 100 million bits. Let's say 100 million bits. That's $1 million. All jokes aside, if you signed an NDA, I signed a year-long NDA in August last year. I am NDA'd throughout the year, and I will renew that probably this year too. I think there are also individual supplemental NDAs sometimes, but basically, I'm not allowed to reveal anything that hasn't already been revealed. Like, but I'm not even. That's not even the motivating factor, right? I'm not. It's not like the NDA is the reason I don't tell you guys things. It's because I want to maintain a good relationship, right? Like, you just don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to lose your. Like, as soon as you. Oh, you guys can't see anything. I'm playing a game. Where on earth are these slides? Oh my god. As soon as you do that, it's not just like Blizzard that you're making mad, right? It's like all of the gaming industry. It's like, oh, we can't trust that dude. So, so exactly, like you can't. Can you at least tease when the expansion will be announced? I don't actually know the date. Weirdly enough, I think I could probably find it. I think I know if I know where to look, but I don't think it'll be a surprising date. I think if you just go look at when it's normally announced, it'll probably line up pretty well. Like, when was it announced last year? Probably within a couple days of that is my guess. I don't think there's any reason to believe it'll be different. What are the penalties for breaking NDA? I don't know. There are potential legal repercussions, but again, that's not like nobody wants to. It's not about the NDA, right? It's about just not being a jerk. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't want to be a jerk. Why would you want to do that? Like, there's fallout for me that's bad, but also it's just you're being a jerk. Don't be a jerk, you know? Be a cool dude. Be a cool dude. Regis is going on a double date. I wish, man. When am I going on a double date? Who am I going on a double date with? I hope so, man. Are they paying? That sounds great. That sounds great. You're imprisoned in the Violet Hold. Big bad evil guy comes and frees a ton of villains. However, he doesn't take them with him. Only the ones who manage to escape from the sewers in Dalaran will be allowed to come with him. So in the second expansion, this is great stuff, by the way. Regardless if this is right or wrong, this is incredible. Incredible storytelling. We gotta hold up a second. Oh, don't hit that, dude. Well, the other two are actually pretty good. I don't know if this is worth or not. I really need another Cinderstorm. Let's see. So in the second expansion, you follow him to Vol'dun or that Ramakan place to get a mega powerful magical artifact, which is able to break down the barriers of time. After that, you travel back in time to alternate Draenor to fight your way through Blackrock Foundry. Dude, that's incredible. That is incredible, dude. That is absolutely amazing. God, I hope you're right. That sounds incredible. You need to work on the Hearthstone team, dude. It's probably defined in the NDA. It is, yeah. It's absolutely defined. I'm not asking for any spoilers or anything for the NDA, but from what you saw from the new expansion on a scale of 1 to 10 level of excitement compared to what you were hoping for. Very interesting question. Very, very intriguing question. I have to think about it. Because it depends on what you mean, right? Like, are you talking about cards? Are you talking about, like, theme, mechanics? There's so many different elements. It's really, really hard to answer. And depending on which one, the answer varies greatly. Like, theme, maybe a 7. I don't think it's the perfect theme. I think it's cool, and it's going to be a good foundation. Maybe a 7, right? Maybe a 7 for theme. Like, there's been some that were 10s. Like, Rosticon's was like 9 or 10. I don't think this is a 9 or 10 for me. I think it's a 7. We are losing this game really hard, by the way. Mechanics so far? I don't know. 8? Individual cards so far? Maybe 10. Seen some potentially maybe I've seen some cool cards. I don't know. So it really just varies. It's really hard to answer that question, but I don't know. Jan Peterson, though, dropped the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, Jan Peterson, 2 minutes ago. Also, Hidden Squidder dropping 10 months. 10. That's what I should have answered. Oh, Nilaku also dropped 100 bits. My apologies, Nilaku. Thank you for the 100 bits. Thanks again, Fork and Beard, too, for the 6 months. Getting closer to that 100 million bit total, Nilaku. Appreciate it. That's pretty good stuff. I have to admit, I am not sure how I feel about arena changes, considering I only started this year, so I know nothing about previous expansions. I think ultimately it just means you're going to have like fun new stuff to play with. I don't think you should stress about it too much. Arena seasons are separate from plain old arena, right? I don't think so. I think it's going to be like, that's how arena is going to work. Like every 2 months it'll change. That's my understanding. Regis, what if I make a fake leak? Then you can just tell us what the leak tells us about the next expansion. I can't. Loving your vid posted today, but disagree with your assessment of Doomguard. I felt that it was way too powerful when summoned but not cast, and that puts limits on cards they make in the future. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I thought I had talked about that a little bit, how I think with Skull of the Minari and Cube rotating, that problem goes away. Didn't I bring that up quite a bit? Maybe I edited that out? I don't know. I thought I talked about how on its own it feels better, but it feels bad with Skull, and Skull is rotating anyway, so that kind of surprised me. Like I thought its problem nature was attached to cards that are leaving anyway. So But again, we don't know the future, right? There might be more stuff that wants to pull demons from hand, and that's the problem. So I agree with you. It could be restrictive. Will the changes make you play more Arena? Maybe. It just depends on how much I'm streaming, really. Like, there's more about, like, where I'm at in life that determines how much Arena I'm playing, probably. More so than the changes. But it would definitely encourage it more, for sure. I would love to have fresh metas that you could talk about. That sort of thing's really good for content. Will mechanics overlap a bit since they have a general story? I don't know. I don't know anything about future expansions. If the next expansion was a type of tree, what type would it be? This is a great question, by the way. This is one of the best questions I've ever been asked. Trying to think. Probably a I would say, hold up, I gotta make sure this is a real tree. I'm not making it up. Yeah, I would say a black oak tree. A very big, wide-spreading black oak. That's the answer, yeah. It would be a black oak. I'll let you interpret what that means, because it doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. I posted a deck list in chat. Let me see. Where'd it go? Let me see. Oh, here we go. Token Druid, rotation resistance.
Questions, you say? Next expansion, Treants, confirmed.
Yeah, it looks good, man. I mean, I'm always worried that, like, too many, like, removal spells in token decks is weird. Like, a lot of that supporting stuff, like Ferocious Howl and even, like, Wraths. I wonder if those will always contribute, but it does look good. Like, you have all the tree stuff. You can actually make it more of a late game deck than, like, a raw token deck, which is pretty cool. So I can see that being a successful way to do it. Yeah, I like it. Way to go, Saiyan. It's gonna be crazy to see, like, how things work. I don't know. It's gonna be a totally new meta, that's for sure. It's gonna look wild. Black oak is solid, way better than birch. One of the best questions, you say. Next expansion, Treants confirmed. I gotta think about that. I don't know if there's Treants or not. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe there are. I gotta do this, right? Like, I need to protect the 4-3 as much as I can. I don't have a splitting image, so Janeline's close too, so we can actually get Janeline on 7, but that's usually not that great against Hunter. They have a lot of 1-1s and stuff. For reference, what was your Rosticon's Rumble for you in terms of cards and mechanics? Mechanics in Rumble were pretty weak, I thought. Like, Overkill wasn't that great. What other mechanics were there? Shrines have sucked. Shrine Spirits have not been great. I would say Rosticon's mechanics like a 5 or 6. You know, like, theme was like a 9 or 10. Mechanics like 5 or 6. Trying to think what other metric did I give? I don't remember. Cards, Rosticon's cards probably 8. I liked a lot of the cards. 8 or 9 for cards probably. I don't know, but yeah. So happy that Baku and Glenn go to the Hall of Fame. You said Glenn, which is hilarious. What a hilarious typo. Baku and Glenn go to the Hall of Fame is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Go, poor Glenn going to the Hall of Fame. Pezhead7 says, with the devs putting effort into improving single-player content, do you think you'll consider any guide videos on beating older stuff like Lich King using more recent cards? It's a good idea. I mean, it would probably be fairly popular. I just don't think I'm like the foremost expert on it. There are a lot of people who specialize in that and have really good takes on that I don't have. So I just don't think I'd be best serving that content. There's probably people who do it way better. So I don't even want to try. It would be awkward for me. Like, I'd really have to force it to, like, figure it and learn it. So it'd take a lot of time. It's not my specialty. There are a lot of guides out there that are, like you mentioned, are probably outdated. I understand that, but maybe those people are the ones that should be updating them, right? Not me. That's my perspective. He's gonna go for the rag. Okay. He's kind of got to, I guess. He's down to 11 health. That is a very, very large dude. That dude is like max size. I do have double Cinderstorm ping though, so there's a decent chance I kill this, but I could also just make it stronger. There it goes, it got bigger. It got bigger. Alright. Alright, please don't. Oh, one more. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a big deal. Okay, I did need to respect that, by the way. Like, pinging face certainly makes a little bit of sense, but I don't have direct damage in hand. If I had, like, another Fire Eater, I'd be like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Good question, though, Pez. Thanks for the 95 bits, dude. For those of you who don't know, I know Pez Head in real life. I know. Oh, my God. Miss Kilvin said hi to Pez Head. She knows him in real life, too. I do kind of need to ping face every turn. So playing Subject 9 and a secret denies me the ping opportunity. I guess the secret is worth more than the... I guess the secret's always worth more, right? Mirror Entity versus Counterspell's a debate here. Which is more likely? I actually think he's probably more likely to find a spell at this point, right? But the question is, does the spell beat me? I think like Savannah Highmane could cause problems, so maybe this helps me win more than Counterspelling does. I'm glad that I get to play a second minion. I think that's important. I do wish I got to ping, though. I do wish I got to ping. Splitting Image, I don't know that he's going to want to trade into this, right? Like, that's not an obvious trade, and if I'm playing a Firefly, I definitely don't want Splitting Image, right? So, I don't know. It could work out in a flanking strike scenario, exactly. Of course. Of course he got the spell. But like I said, I think I'm more worried about a minion flipping this game on its head than a spell at this point. And now, since we're very, very close to winning, let's just ping, of course. Rexar's really his only good play here. He needs like a 1 out of 11 Rexar, because he answers a lot on my board. He leaves me with 3. He goes up to 8. I would have 5 damage off the Rexar. He could maybe recover from that with a really good lifesteal beast. Or not, as well. You already said the second expansion could be Old Doom. I think it's more precisely the Halls of Origination. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be neat. That's a cool idea. I think, you know, to some extent, you have to be careful with stuff like that. Like, Blizzard is going to want the name of the expansion to be accessible to people. So, like, the more sort of generic it is, so instead of, like, you know, Halls of Origination or, like, Journey to Old Doom, they might instead say, like, you know, the, I don't know. Trying to think of a good alliterative statement here. What's a good D word? I'm trying to go to deserts, right? Like, deserts is more of a generic, sort of accessible term for a wider, casual, mobile audience. That sort of stuff. I think that could be more accessible. So, like, I don't know, Duels in the Desert or whatever. That's a stupid name, but it's the first D word I thought of, right? So, whatever good D word. A few come to mind that I shouldn't say. You already said that. Oh, I already answered that. Makes me think, what was the most new mechanics we got in an expansion? I think we never got more than 3 mechanics, did we? Probably something like that, yeah. Dunes of the Desert? Yeah, that'd be... There you go. Sands of the Titans? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that sounds very generic. That would be totally fine, right? That would work. But, like, Halls of Origination, although it might be based in the Halls of Origination, I don't think that'd ever be the name. It just needs to be something accessible, so... I think, actually, I'm almost surprised Rostakon's Rumble was the name. Rostakon's a pretty specific sort of character and stuff. I'm surprised they didn't just call it, like, I don't know, Rumble in the Jungle or something, you know? That's actually pretty good. That's actually a good name. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Rumble in the Jungle. Like the Thrilla in Manila.
Alliterative statements, you say? How about the circle of life is oval?
Memory, dude. Thanks for 3 months. Indeed it's oval. Indeed it's oval. Goblins versus desert. Yes, exactly. Donkeys of the desert. You nailed it, guys. You nailed it. Good job, team. Way to go, team. I'm going to play this to buff this. I actually think Pyromaniac might be a better play in a lot of ways. But he might burn coin here. I guess if he coins into Flanking Strike, I'm pretty sad, honestly. It's a really, really good turn for him. That's not as bad. I mean, it's not a good Mirror Entity for me, granted. I want the Mirror Entity to hit on 6, right, for the high main. But I'll take that. That's really not the end of the world. It's going to be pretty easy to deal with this stuff, so... I guess ping trade is solid. I'm not worried about, like... I mean, Unleash the Hounds will be very good if he has it, but ultimately, I still have the board in that sort of play, which is fine with me. Like, you know, it doesn't kill... I have 3 2-health dudes, so Unleash, outside of a second Timberwolf, doesn't... Oh, he doesn't have a second Timberwolf. He played them both. So outside of a Leok, which he can't afford, we should be fine. You guys don't have pink screen up? What? Really? I thought it was up. Oh, it's not even... No, it's not up. Oh, it got weirded out. Shoot. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. There you go. Boom. Alright, that is definitely not a... Unleash the Hounds. Bungalmancer, fantastic draw. I think we just go face, right? Like, I don't know, let's... Coin Rexar is the only good punish to this, and it's possible. Like, he's got it. It's there, but it's still not even that good. The 3/4s chill. He could trade in 2 of his Dire Moles into 1 Firefly. So even if you coin Rexar's right, I'm still with a 3/2 on board ahead. And he actually has it. Good God. Why did they always keep it in the mulligan, guys? I want to confirm this again with you guys. We looked at the stats. Rexar is not a card you should keep in the mulligan. It's your lowest win rate mulligan card. You shouldn't keep it. I don't even think that changes against Mage or anything. I just really don't think you should keep it. Have you played Tree Speaker? I think we tried it once, but not much, honestly. I haven't really gone that far into Tree Speaker. Deck Tracker has been crashing a lot for me lately. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've noticed that so much, but reach out to the team if it's... They're going to be responsive, the HS Replay guys. Just send them an email. I bet they'll happily talk to you about it. They'll be like, oh, that's not good. Let's see if we can fix that. I bet that would be their reaction. Cool. If we played 90 earlier, didn't we play 90 earlier? This is not our first game against 90, right? Night, 90. Night, 90. Oh, we played twice in a row. That's why I'm thinking that. Okay. That explains it. Well, obviously you should keep Rexar. No, you shouldn't. That's my point. It's bad to keep in the mulligan. You shouldn't keep it. I mean, you shouldn't disenchant it if that's what you mean. So you're definitely not disenchanted. But you shouldn't keep it in the mulligan. It's not a good mulligan card for mid-range hunter, guys. I know that you want to believe otherwise because you're thinking, oh, it's such a good card. But, I mean, if you're playing against Warrior, yeah, keep it in the mulligan, right? Like, it's really, really good against Warrior. But if you're playing against an aggressive deck, or most decks, Rexar is just not worth it. It doesn't contribute to your game plan. You'd usually rather play Savannah Highmane on 6, right? Like, you'd be better off keeping Savannah Highmane in your mulligan. Do you think Savannah Highmane's a good mulligan card? Probably not, right? It's probably too expensive. And Rexar's worse for your strategy than Highmane, so... Why would you keep Rexar but not Highmane, right? And I'm not even like... We looked at the numbers. The HS Replay mulligan win rates for Rexar are abysmally low. They're like the lowest or second lowest in the deck. Here, I can tell you again here. We'll look at it right now. I'm going to log in again. We'll take a look. And I understand it's counterintuitive to some people because you think Rexar's a really, really good card. But Rexar's only a really, really good card if you're drawing it later. Like, Rexar's good when you've top decked it, you know, on turn 6 or 7 or something, or in the mid game. It's not good to keep. Let me find the most popular version of mid-range hunter just to confirm that this is still true, right? Like, this was something we looked at last week. Rexar is the second lowest win rate in mid-range hunter. Second lowest. For mulligans, not overall. Maybe overall too, actually. Played win rate is second lowest. No. Lowest. Played win rate for Rexar is the lowest, which that's a little bit biased, right? That makes sense because you're often only playing Rexar when you're behind, so that's a little bit more forgivable. But mulligan win rate is second lowest. You should not keep Rexar in your mulligan. And it's kept 50% of the time. That does not make up the sort of warrior numbers where that makes sense. Because it does, again, make sense to keep it against warriors, decks that are control decks, not combo decks. Often it makes sense. You don't want it against combo decks, because combo decks you're looking to race. You want to kill them really fast. And Rexar doesn't help you kill things fast. Rexar helps you grind out value, which is only good against control decks. I think the only true control decks in the meta are Warrior. You could also potentially argue to keep it against Odd Paladin, because you might need the board clear. I don't think that's as relevant with things like Unleash the Hounds. I think you can stabilize otherwise in Paladin decks. But this is an insane deck. It's an egg paladin. This is super cool. I like this a lot. And I am going to lose to it because I am out of stuff. I don't have anything to answer this. I need Cinderstorms and Arcane Missiles, which hopefully thinning out the deck will help us find. So anyway, Rexar, terrible mulligan win rate for the deck. You're better off keeping almost anything except Hunter's Mark, other than it. But do what you want. Like, if you have fun playing Rexar, keep Rexar. That's worth a lot too. Hang on, what are those spiders? They're beetles and they're from the scarab egg. They're like little scarabs, not spiders. I think they only have... It looks like they have 8 legs. I don't know. I don't know why they have so many legs. I'm not... That's unclear. Why do they have so many legs? We may never know. I really don't know what to play here. I'm hoping he plays like a big Tyrion or something. No, he's not gonna play Tyrion. Sunkeeper Tarim is the real likely play here. Cool deck. I like this deck a lot. This is neat. I'm not sure how consistent it'll be, but it seems pretty cool. Again, for reference, what expansion was the best for you in terms of new mechanics? Ah, man, I don't know. It was Tarim. Cool. Well, that's gonna be enough to keep me alive, but I'm still not gonna win the game. I can't come back from that. I liked Echo a lot and Rush a lot from Witchwood. I mean, I don't think they worked very well at the end of the day, but I enjoyed them. So maybe I would say that, I guess. I just made a misplay, but I'm conceding. I don't have a win. There's no way to win this game. Even when they don't keep it in Mulligan, they can find him really fast, tracking Master's Call. Exactly, yeah, you have ways to get him anyway if you need him. So yeah, there you go. Baku is going to the Hall of Fame. Yes, that's exactly right. Scarabs have huge horns and 6 legs. I guess those are horns, not legs on the front. That makes sense. Those look like horns. They don't have the same little footies that the legs have. The legs have little footies. Little footies. Trying to concede, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Do you think Haggith should be 6 mana to better compete with Rexar? I think her board clears better, so... I think 8 mana is fine. And remember, she's from a different era than Rexar. All the Death Knights are a little crazy overpowered. Hagatha came later. She's going to be around longer, so I think it's important to keep her power level more restricted, right? I think it's fine. What changes are coming? There's a lot, man. I don't know if Sayan's here, but he was pasting it all in chat earlier. New adventure stuff, new stuff like this. Solo adventure stuff. You can find that graphic online, like Hearthstone or somewhere. New... expansion teasers. Ooh, I gotta make a video about this still. You guys have given me a lot of good ideas and talking points for the video for sure. So thank you. Man, where was this freaking hand against all those odd paladins and stuff? Jeez. Jeez. If I have Baku, is it worth it to craft them golden? I think it means you just kind of get to play with a golden Baku for a while, right? I don't know exactly. There's like guides on how to maximize your dust on the Hall of Fame stuff, but I don't really know that out of the hand. I think it's kind of hard to cheese it, but I think you can get a golden Baku for... free, basically. I think you can get golden versions of any rotating cards for free, right? So I should probably just craft all of them in gold. Summer the update there, saying, dude, thanks so much, man. You're an absolute boss today, pasting that a lot. That's awesome, man. Really, really cool. So there's all the summary of what's going on. Do you know who gets the new hero card? I don't know anything about hero cards. I have not seen all the cards in the new expansion. I've only seen some of the cards from the new expansion. Seen a lot, actually, but not all of them. So I don't know. I don't know if there is a hero card, and I don't know who's getting it if there is. I presume it won't be a class that already has it, but beyond that, I don't know. I don't know that they're... I don't think, at least based on what my interpretations were, I don't think that like they're trying to give everybody a hero card. It didn't sound like that was a goal. So probably don't get your hopes up for that if that's what you're thinking. I think you don't get dust. Yeah, you only get dust for the best version of a rotating card that you have. So you have a golden and a normal, you only get dust for the golden one, right? But what that means is you can craft the golden one, get the dust for that, and you end up sort of breaking even, right? Like you get the golden one for free, but I guess then you lose out on the free dust you're going to get from your normal one, right? I don't know, because I'm not going to disenchant the normal one. I don't like disenchanting them. I'm not really sure what makes the most sense. This is like cube... Oh no, even lock. Crap, I thought we were playing cube lock. It's even lock. Shoot. Explosive Rune's not good against even lock. Not good against Mountain Giants and not good against Twilight Drakes either. So that might be a bit of a whiff. I can coin into a Subject 9. That's pretty good. This is a lot of burst damage, which is handy. I might eventually need to go over the top on these. That could be really nice. You lose 1,200 dust if you get rid of the normal one. I don't know exactly what you mean, but I trust you. I'm not 100% sure how all that lines up. Like I said, I'll have to think about it. Did Blizz say anything about new game modes like restricted, constructed, or bans? Not to me directly, no. But I think they're thinking about ways to make the game more engaging. So I doubt anything like that would happen soon, based on my understanding. Again, I don't know everything, but I think things like that are probably eventually going to be on the table someday. I mean, I don't know about your specific examples, but I think ways to keep the game fresh are top of mind. Top of mind. Regis, not sure if you already covered this, but did Blizzard talk about extra compensation for Gen Baku because so much dust is spilled on archetypes? They didn't. No. I feel your pain. Like, I know that's a problem. Like, you craft Jan'alai the Dragonhawk to make an odd mage. Odd mage goes away, and you're stuck with Jan'alai and Luna and maybe Leroy that you don't want. I mean, thankfully, in that case, those cards I think are all pretty good individually. But, what did I play? Explosive Runes again. Why didn't I play Mirror Entity? I'm not paying attention is why. I really should have just played Mirror Entity here. I could try to force it on the 7/7 taunt dude, but I think that's pretty unlikely to ever really work. I think we just lose, guys. I don't know how to win this. I need 7 mana to ping this down efficiently. I mean, I can ping this down and draw a card, but by God, it's bad. No, it's not worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. It's partly my fault. I'm not really playing good. Jan'alai is still good with that Baku. That's what I said. I literally just said that. Why are you guys... I literally just said at least all those cards are good without Baku. That's all 3 of them I think are fine on their own. But there are other instances where that may not be the case, right? Other decks. This is just one deck we're talking about here. Yeah, I'm definitely dead and it's my fault. Well, this actually kind of works out nicely, in a way. Because I activate the Jan'alai. I'm not super far behind on board. I mean, I don't think Jan'alai is really enough to carry me to victory in this game. I think we're too far behind. But it doesn't hurt. If he plays a Lich King here, maybe this snipes the Lich King. I don't know. It's possible. Baku Doomguard and Naturalize going away feels amazing, man. I'm glad you like it, Hidden Squiddo. I'm glad you like it, man. What was I answering? I was answering a question about something, but I forgot what it was. What was that? Oh, compensation. Yeah, so I think that's why for sure you see... Oh, man, how did this get in front of the Hall of Fame stuff? This is supposed to be behind that. Man, everything got messed up earlier. I think that's for sure why you see these 4 cards, the Merkspark, Gloomstag, the complementary cards, being offered into the Hall of Fame to give you a bit of a boost on your dust if you have those laying around. Like, that's, a couple epics there are pretty handy. I think that's part of it, but I don't know, man. I obviously wish they gave refunds more, like a bonus refund, compensation, that sort of thing. Like, I want the game to be more affordable and accessible to people. So I'm on board with you. Let's do it. My double totem munchers are useless now. Sorry, dude. That's a sad day and sad fate indeed. What a sad fate. Man, even just ping is honestly not bad here. Just like trade, ping, mirror entity maybe? And even like, I don't know. Jan'alai is like, I almost feel like I could use Jan'alai for like burst damage later or something. I think I'm gonna do this, man. I think I'm gonna change my play here. I sort of like this better. I don't know. This lets me ping next turn with Jan'alai. Like, gives me more flexibility. Mirror Entity could be pretty nuts. He's going to expect... Well, he knows I'm out of Explosive Runes, so I don't really know what he's going to expect. He might expect Mirror Entity. There's not really any terrible minions in Evenlock, right? Like, Plated Beetle's the worst, and frankly, a Plated Beetle right now would be awesome. I would love a Plated Beetle. So, I guess maybe there's... Is there any bad 4-drops? He doesn't have 7/7 yet. Could tap into it, though.
Boys, make some room by the
We'll see.
hearth, won't ya?
Hope
We'll
you compensate me for crafting.
Did the
that
pink
tier
screen
1
go away
even
again?
priest.
Like, what is happening, man? To file into Ooze. Ooze is fine, too. I'm happy with an Ooze. Like, that's actually one of the better things I could get right now. Never mind. I take it back. Let's see. So I can push through that with Fungalmancer, trade, ping. That leaves him with 7 damage, though. It doesn't really help me necessarily, unless I could maybe hit a good arcane missiles. But let's see. No, I can't play Curator Mage if I do that. I think we just have to Jan'alai and pray that I'm not dead. Oh, I'm actually... Well, no, I'm only dead a third of the time if I Jan'alai and pray, right? Ping off the 4-2. He has 10 health, 10 remaining. I think it's time to Jan'alai and pray, though. Like, we could maybe play this a little safer, but I don't care. We're going to Jan'alai and pray. So we definitely need to hit the 7-7. That's the dream. If we hit face, we lose, right? We have a 33% chance to just straight up lose. Even if we hit the Swamp Ooze, I think there's a good chance we lose because of Hellfire. So we really need to hit the Hooked Reaver. There's probably like a 66% chance we lose. That's a Hellfire right there. Or maybe this one is. He hovered a card. I don't know. Let's just see. Just hit the 7-7 to make my life easy, please. Don't hit face. Oh, crap. I copied your mage deck, but I had to substitute 3 cards. Okay, this isn't really my deck, by the way. I mean, it's a deck I've been playing a lot, but I wouldn't call it mine. I'd hesitate to call it mine. I didn't make this deck. It just got on. It was just replay. It's not working very well today, by the way. We're struggling. We've lost a lot of ranks today. We are 3-6 today. Not a good win rate at all. If you own all of these Hall of Fame cards, you'll be awarded about 5.5k dust without having to disenchant them. Or did I get it wrong? That sounds right, yeah. I don't know for sure. I mean, 1,600 for the legendaries for sure. That's 3,200 total. A couple epics is another 800. That's 4,000. So yeah, you're not too far off. It sounds like you're maybe a little high. Seems like it'd be more like 4,500 or something, but it's still a lot of dust. Yeah, if you have all these cards, you're going to be in a good spot. You get the dust without dusting them. Yeah, with Hall of Fame, you just get the dust.
Boys, make some room by the
It's a pretty good deal.
Can you tell us when the next expansion is going to get revealed? Or will Blizz Police lock you up?
I can't, Bazark. I'm sorry, dude. Thanks to 9 months, though. Baby sub. It's probably going to be around when it was last time. Whenever that was, right? Like, look at last year. I think it was like March 14th or something, March 12th, somewhere around there. I don't know. Early to mid-March is my guess. Darktail says, Regis, I'm up early this morning and I wanted to say welcome back. I was able to hit rank 10. Nice, dude. Way to go. Way to go. Vegas was cool from the 30 seconds of it I saw while flying over. What am I missing? With Hall of Fame, you just get the dust. You just get the dust for the cards. Like, they just give you the dust. Right? You don't have to disenchant them. You just get full value for the cards. I'm not crazy, right? That's how it works, isn't it? You just get the dust. You keep the card. You can then also disenchant them if you don't play wild. Yeah. But you just get the dust, right? That's how it's always worked. It's a really good way to get a big-time dust infusion. March 12th was the Witchwood announcement. There you go. Somewhere around March 12th, I would imagine, is when it's going to be. I don't know. It's usually like Tuesdays or Thursdays, I think. So whenever a Tuesday or Thursday lines up around that time. And again, I don't know for sure, but probably around then. Blizzard's very structured about this stuff. They always follow the same patterns. You need an alter ego named Keegis Realbin. That way you can leak things without Blizzard knowing it's you. Yeah, if only I put on like a bagel mask and I called myself the disguised bagel. It's a really good idea, man. Should do that. Woo! What? Glad it wasn't Mere Entity, huh? That is insanely lucky for him, man. That's crazy. Now I'm gonna get like the Sunkeeper. Sun Fury Protector, I mean, not Sunkeeper. Where did that come from? Sun Fury Protector. Wishwood was teased on March 6th, announced March 12th, and launched April 12th. It would be cool if it got some teasers early, wouldn't it, guys? That would be awesome if there were teasers revealed before the expansion was announced. That would be pretty sick. I can't believe he pulled off these plays right here. Like, the insanity there is so lucky that that's the order everything landed in, man. So lucky. I gotta just go face. He's really low. This might set me up for a kill. It's if those secrets had been swapped, this game would be over. We would have won, right? It just would have absolutely won. The problem with disguised bagel is the big hole in the middle that reveals your face. Crap. Also bagels are just like this big. Let me see here. Hold up. I bet we can arrange this. Hold up. Let's see if it works. I need a bagel PNG. Let's see. The disguised bagel. What happened? What did I get? Okay. Alright, this is actually alive, which means I'm 2 damage off lethal, but he has a return lethal is the problem, right? So I can't actually do that. And now I'm gonna die to Hellfire. And now he can trade here, but I do get another 4/6, which might set me up for lethal, actually. We might get there. I doubt it, but let's see. Did I save the bagel? Here, did I save the bagel? Yes. 1 second. We're about to make history right now, guys. The greatest new branding effort in all of Hearthstone. Definitely not a borrowed idea. He went face, and he's going to Hellfire. For lethal. Cool. Definitely not stolen. Where is the... I can't find my bagel. Miss Kilbin's like, how did he get a bagel? Here it is. Ooh. Hello. Hello there. Here it is, guys. The bagel disguise. It's like a superhero. If you see their eyes, you can't tell who they are. Disguised bagel. I kind of looked through it perfectly. Kind of fit through it perfectly. Do you get full dust value for card move? Yes, I think you do. Not for both copies, just whichever the best copy you have is. So either golden or normal, depending on what you have, not both. I want a bagel Regis emote now. I need to put a mustache on it, though. Hold up. Give me a second. We're making moves right here, guys. This is how you get famous at Hearthstone. I learned this from someone. Trump taught me this. Trump said, Regis, I know how to get famous at Hearthstone. You be a bagel.
I thought this was the Regis Skillbin stream. Sorry to bother you, Mr. Bagel.
Well, that's not a PNG. They lied to me. That's a fake PNG. Shame on you, website, whoever you are. Faking a PNG like that. Shame, shame, shame. I'm not playing very well today, guys. I'm really throwing my rank. I'm sad. I kind of wanted to push top 200. I might have to do it tonight. Like, we might actually try it tonight, but there's too much fun stuff to talk about. Like, I don't know. We've played some secrets in the wrong order. We've done some things that aren't great. I'm actually pretty good with this deck. I was top 250 at one point on my trip. I was playing on my phone a little bit. That's the same image. That's not what I want.
Hail Bagel, STACHEBIN.
Where is the bagel? Mustache. I can't. Oh, there it is. There we go. This is how you get famous, guys. Oh, I am the bagel. I don't think bagels sound French. I don't know why I did that. Inscooter, thanks 100 bits, man. People are like surprised that it's so much dust this time. It is a lot of dust. Yeah, it's really cool.
Welcome.
It's really cool.
Boys, make some room by the heart,
Like a
won't ya?
hair in my
I
mouth.
just signed on. What in God's name is going on?
None of us really know. 550 Ryan, dude, but good to see you, dude. Good to see you, dude. The bearded bagel. I could try to put a beard on it. That would be a good name. The bearded bagel. It does have a little goatee down here, I guess, poking out. This is how you get famous at Hearthstone, guys. Look, here's when I get famous. Face reveal. What? Face reveal. All right, let's do this, man. Let's get this, dude. Where is the mirror entity? We never have the mirror entity. No way. It was Regis all along. What? Crazy. Hello, Mr. Bagel. Do you know anything about the 10-win hero? 10-win hero? What are you talking about? I don't even know what that means. I guess I don't know what you're talking about.
Instant fam, hashtag bagel style.
Oh, man. That's too good. I'm the bagel guy now. I'm forever the bagel guy. I don't even like bagels that much, honestly. Craft them golden so you can use them before the Hall of Fame. If you have the dust, you can, yeah. How did you know about the dragons? I didn't know zeros. I totally guessed, man. I totally guessed. Lucky guess. I figured there were only so many creatures that it might be. Dragons seemed like a possibility. There was like a dragon teaser in some of the stuff previously, but I really didn't think that was relevant. I think we mostly just got lucky. So this is 8, 10. I think it's important to ping. Spellstone is certainly a problem, right? Like he can Spellstone for 5 and go back to 9, so we're not out of the woods on this. But if he's Spellstoning, he's not really clearing the board, right? He's probably, well, I guess he's pretty much is. He's leaving me a 1-3. It's not really a lot. I don't know. Spellstone's bad. I have 3. Leroy would have just been lethal here, which would have been pretty sweet. I really do think I need to ping every turn. Just to make sure I get close, right? Because this is actually a lot of damage. Particularly with Cinderstorm, that could get me a sneaky lethal here. Like, he might just play, like, I don't know, Hooked Reaver or something and trade. It does actually matter to have this minion out, right? Because if he trades here, it makes the Cinderstorm more likely to connect, I think. This is supposed to be 1-off lethal, right? 1-off lethal. Because I have 5. So this just needs to hit face 1 time, and I'll have lethal. I just need to hit face 1 time. Just once. I have mana, right? Yeah. 1 time face. 1 time face. God. We needed this one. We've had some struggles today. Had some bad RNG events. That was a good one. Wait, what dragons? It's the year of the dragon. That's the year we're on in Hearthstone this year. The year of the dragon, which I've been guessing for a while. I don't know if there are any actual dragons to follow it up, but it is indeed the year of the dragon. Which is pretty sick. Oh, the Winter Championship started. Oh, crap. I didn't want to be streaming over the Winter Champs. I didn't realize that was starting today. I'd like to watch that, too. I may end the stream a little... I guess not. We'll go to regular time. I probably won't run late today, though. Probably won't run late. I started early. I started like an hour early, so... It'll be a longer stream than normal, but I want to watch Winter Champs at some level. And I want to make some more videos and stuff, too. Civil Chicken, dude! Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, Civil Chicken. Appreciate that. Much love. So what videos do you guys want me to make talking about the new content? Like, clearly you've been asking a lot of questions and I've talked about my experience a lot. I'm probably not going to make a video like about the summit I went to or anything like that. I don't think that's a good idea for various reasons. I want to make one about this graphic, this one here. I want to make a video about this, of course. Conspiracy theories about what the expansions will be. What else do I want to make? I'm going to do decks that are dying in rotation, which is basically every deck. That video is going to be way less exciting with Gin and Baku, because like every deck is dying. So maybe I should just do the video that what decks are going to survive alternatively. I was going to do both, like what's dying, what's surviving. But now I don't know that anything is actually surviving. Very few decks. I mean, everything's dying. So it's like, is that video compelling? It's really just going through the list and be like, this is dead, this is dead, this is dead, this is dead. I don't know how helpful that is.
At Regis Gilman, you need to wear an actual tinfoil hat in that expansion theories video.
I should. You're right. I should. I don't know if Miss Kilburn will let me use all the aluminum foil, though. She might be mad. I don't know. AJB Wildcat, by the way. Breakdown what makes a good taco bar? Man, I saw the perfect one, so I'm equipped to answer that right now. Let's see. Hey, Regis, I've been watching on YouTube for a long time, and you seem like such a sweet guy. This is my first stream to Civil Chicken. Dude, thanks for hanging out, man. Much appreciated. If only I had a secret right now. Jeez. Our hands today, guys. Not ideal. Really not ideal. Well, welcome, Civil Chicken. Thanks for the sub, dude. Much love. I would love to eat a sub sandwich right now. The adventure info said something about a mage hero. I think it's probably just referencing like the characters you play as in the adventure is my guess. I don't really know. I didn't see what you're talking about, so I'm not sure, but that would be my interpretation. Ugh, where was that last turn? Man, everything is off. Everything is awesome. Except for my Hearthstone luck today.
Switched over to HCT for a minute. Had to come back here because I just can't deal with Cobbler and Frodan saying Noblord over and over again. Eye rolls.
Why did she say Cobbler? Why did she say cobbler instead of Kibler? You didn't typo it or anything. That's so weird, Squiddo. I don't know why she said cobbler. That is so funny. I have no idea. Squiddo, thanks 100 bits, man. Yeah, I want to go watch it too eventually. Is it Noblord or Noblord? I never know his name. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it.
The 10.
Whoa, Pyro! Oh my God, $10, dude. Traditional donations. What's going on? Why did you switch to dollars instead of bits? What is this world we live in? Oh my God, I'm scared. I don't know what's happening. Oh my God, the world is ending, man. Do I want to go ahead and do this? Right, like. I'm a little worried to play it because of Spreading Plague. Like I'm already. I don't know if this is a Spreading Plague deck or not, but I think it can be if there's a floop, right? So I don't want to risk that. I'm hoping the secret counters the Spreading Plague. It does not. I mean, it wouldn't. I'm saying like he thinks it's counterspell, so he doesn't play Spreading Plague. Is my point.
$10 goes towards the tin foil hat. Fun.
I know it does. Didn't I say that? But I'm just wondering why it's dollars specifically. Oh my God, are you making me wonder about conspiracies right now? Is this a conspiracy? Why is it dollars instead of bits? Oh my God. Yeah, I think you can buy aluminum foil for $10, right? Can't you? Miss Kelvin, how much does aluminum foil cost? $2, she says. Okay. So you can afford, yeah, we can get five packages of aluminum foil. That's so many hats. Oh my God. I'm really excited. That's like the max number of hats. It's never the secret I need, guys. I'm so sad. 9 plus 5 is 14, 16, and he's at 19. So he might. Oh wait, whoa. How much do I have? Hold up. We're definitely going face, like no question. Oh, I'm literally one off. Oh my God.
At Regis Gilbin, that's enough hats for nearly everyone in chat.
You're right, probably. I feel like you can make a lot of hats out of one package of aluminum foil. You're probably right. Do you have any idea when the expansion will be announced? I think it'll probably be third week of March. Second or third week of March is my guess, based on what we've seen in the past. 5 rolls will make you an aluminum foil turban. You can make like a whole suit of armor, I think, at that level, guys. Jeez, he's testing counterspell. Okay. Means I'm probably not dead. He's only got 5 cards. It'd be really hard to like kill me from here. Swipe again is good. I don't really need these minions to live, though. I sort of just need Daring Fire Eater to work. Like, if he like Spreading Plagues here, for instance, to stay alive, which he might. Oh, Branching Paths again. Is that going to get him there? I have 8, 11, 13. So he might think it gets him there, but I think I might have just enough. How much do I have? He has 16. And I have 8, 11 plus 4. I'm one off again. Are you serious? Am I really one off again? Oh my God. How does this keep happening? How on earth does this keep happening? Does he have any healing left? I don't know. Surely this gets me there, right? Like, what does he draw here that's relevant? I don't see how he draws anything that's relevant here. He's worried about counterspell again. He just goes for it regardless. Okay. I think I'm one off again. I think I'm actually one off again. Is this unreal? Like, how can you just slam a 10 mana spell into a freshly played secret? This is unbelievable. Oh, thank God. There's some justice in the world. Like, oh my God. I was like, I'm one off again. Like 4 straight turns, he's healed just enough every time. That's crazy. If we hadn't killed him that turn, it was actually going to get pretty hairy, right? Because he just got a ton of resources and was probably going to have more life gain and all kinds of scary stuff. That was spooky. I'll donate $100 if you show up on stream in a tinfoil suit of armor. I can arrange that tonight. Do you know if the dust refunds for Hall of Fame cards will be the same as usual? I suspect they will be. I guess I don't really have any confirmation of that, but I think they should be. Yeah. I think they should be. Man, it's crazy how many viewers we lose to the winter champs, guys. That's actually cool. good. I'm actually excited about that people want to watch esports. That's sort of good news. That we were at like 350 and Winter Champs came on and we've dropped to like 200 viewers. That's pretty crazy, but I think good for the health of the game. I'd almost rather people be watching esports in some ways. Like, it's exciting that people care about it, so it's good news. And thank you, Pyro, for the 100 bits, of course. And the $10. Crazy donation totals. Pyro again.
Hidden Squidoo. Regis already has a suit of tin foil in his closet.
Don't ask why.
Money Regis ever made.
Don't ask what it's for either. Don't ask what why I have such a thing. That's for sure. Cool. Are we gonna win, guys? Can we get to top 200? Somebody asked earlier what the incentive is for top 200. There is actually an incentive.
At Regis Gilbin, I have a few theories as to why.
Miss Kilbin loves the gritty crinkling of the aluminum foil. She likes to bite it. No, biting aluminum foil is probably the worst thing in the world, right? Like officially the worst thing in the world. I actually don't want to play this yet because he might drop an egg here that I don't want to get explosive ruined. I'd rather play the Kirintor Mage after his egg.
TMI, 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 TMI.
Regis, you may not know or say, but did they say what the price of the solo event will be in gold? They did say, yeah. Oh crap. Now see, now I actually wish I'd played the explosive runes. This sort of disrupts my plan a little bit. I guess we'll play Pyromaniac instead for now. It's a little bit better at addressing some of this stuff. Probably trades here. I don't think Fungalmancer will be our line. I think we'll Kirintor Mage coin Ping probably on the remaining 2 health here. Oh. Or Kirintor coin Arcane Missiles maybe is better. It's kind of risky, honestly, but I'm going to do it anyway. Or not coin, I mean, just regular Arcane Missiles. If it whiffs, like, we still have the trade. Of course it whiffs. Why did I even imagine a scenario where this didn't whiff? I don't know how I dreamed that would ever work. Not today, at least. Not today.
At Regis Gilbin, excuse you, I am not a pyromaniac. I am a pyro enthusiast.
Did I say pyromaniac? Did I call you pyromaniac? I don't know. It's been a long week, guys. I'm tired. Traveling takes it out of me. Who knows? Who knows? But Pyro, thanks, man, for the bits, as always. Hidden Squidoo, thank you for the bits, sir. 3,200 bits from Pyro today. 500 from Squidoo. 400 from Nilaku. The weekly chart's a little behind schedule, you know? A little behind schedule. Haven't, Is it better to ping first, or I don't really know, to be honest. Because if each of these go to 2, I'm basically screwed. Or no.
Incredible.
What? What? What is happening today? Is Blizzard mad that I said things at the summit? They're like, nope, Regis doesn't get to play Hearthstone anymore. What? This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. What is going on? Face is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Regis Gilbin entirely wrapped in cling film. Oh, that's an interesting idea too. Okay. Ugh, that's game. I'm dead. Have you calculated the max dust payout for Hall of Fame? I haven't. No, I don't. To be honest, I don't care. Like for me, it doesn't matter. I'm in a lucky position where I don't really have to worry about dust and stuff all that much. So I legitimately, honestly, just don't care. I know that sounds elitist probably or something, but I'm not gonna. I'll just take whatever dust is offered. I'm not worried about it, right? There are people out there who will do that math for you, though, and we'll have some cool results. So, that'll be available. Don't worry. People on Reddit will talk about it and stuff. Don't fret. Those questions will absolutely be answered at some level, at some point. Just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out. So supposedly all 3 expansions will all tell one continuous evolving storyline. Is that the first time that has happened? That's definitely the first time that's happened, right? Definitely. Why is everything always at ridiculous health totals? Nothing is ever at 2. It's always at 3. We gotta hit the double sword, I think, to have any chance here. It'll hit face somehow. Oh my god. Something went our way! Yes! Yes! There's an infamous website filled with fan fiction written by a German man about the singer Roy Orbison getting wrapped in cling film. It's hilarious. I have to say, I'm not that curious to check that out. I don't think I'm that curious. We saw how the new expansion card packs looked. You're right, we didn't talk about that yet, actually. We talked about all the other hints for the new expansion, but we didn't talk about the card pack. Why didn't we talk about the card pack, guys? We talked about the expansion hints, but ignored the card pack aspect. What on earth are we thinking? I gotta ping that just in case. I know that most likely he just trades it into the 6-2, but just in case I have to. Because it might matter for a Cinderstorm later. We didn't talk about the card pack. This purple card pack. We were talking about all these theories, but we didn't even look at the card pack. One of the most obvious hints for what it could be. Like, what is the card pack? Good timing, we lost. This'll work out. What does the card pack mean? Hey, Timpy, thanks for the 1 bit, man. Much appreciated. I'm about 10 decent legendary short of the full classic set. When I nuke my rotating cards, would you just fill that set out or go for the new set? It just depends, man, on the cards. I don't know. I haven't seen all the new cards. I don't know. They might be amazing. Yeah, it's purple and it has like a kind of like a scar in it. I don't know how much we should read into that sort of scar in the pack. It's got a triangle. What do we know about triangles? There's that triangle logo actually here too. Is that the same sort of triangle? I mean, they're both triangles. I don't really know. I guess all triangles are sort of the same. Looks like the floor on Bastion of Twilight, the WoW raid. Does it? I don't remember the floor very well in that raid, but that's intriguing. Cho'Gall, Sinestra, a dragon. We have had Cho'Gall before, but not Sinestra.
Regis, the crack is from villains trying to break through their prison cells of Violet Hold.
Alright, so that's a prison cell crack. I don't think that really looks like a prison to me necessarily. Like, what is that triangle? Like, it's almost always a circle on packs, isn't it? It's a triangle. And then there's this triangle. And it looks like there's a triangle in the background. I think that's probably that triangle again, though. Yeah, that's the same triangle. Doesn't look prison-esque to me, I'll be honest. But I think that's a cool theory. That's a cool theory. The band, it just looks like a normal band. I don't know. There's like a shred at the top, too, and these little triangles that come in. But that just looks like styling. That doesn't look like anything significant or material. How much is the adventure? Oh, it's 700 gold per wing. The first wing is free. There are 5 wings. The like other ones are 700 gold each or something, I think. Or $20 for the whole thing. Or you can just pay $20 and get it all. The eye implies something with mages, in my opinion. It does reminisce a bit towards like the Kirin Tor eye, like the this triangle. In fact, what does the Kirin Tor eye look like? Hold up. I know it's not exactly the Kirin Tor logo, but does it have a similar eye? No, it's not really similar at all. The Kirin Tor logo is more like a... This looks like the left eye or something, right? Like one eye out of 2. The Kirin Tor eye is more like symmetrical and straight on and has those little tails coming out the bottom and stuff.
Looks like this at Regis.
Oh, interesting. But see, that's got more of the Kirin Tor look, I think. That is a triangle, though, whereas the Kirin Tor one is not a triangle. But it still has those 3 like feet coming out of it, like the Kirin Tor one. This one doesn't have like 3 feet coming out of it, you know? And that triangle is inverted, but it is similar. It definitely has a magey Kirin Tor vibe to it. There's no question about that. Like, it clearly has that feel. I think that's undeniable. In the purple is certainly like arcane magic feeling, kind of. That looks very likely. I don't know if you've seen this. We have seen the cardbacks video Turbulence. Yeah, we talked about them one time. We had our tinfoil hat on Conspiring. I don't think it looks like they line up at all with the expansion teasers here, though. Like, there's that one that's got gears, and the one's like super white and pristine, and those don't seem to match up at all to the expansions. I don't think. Like this teaser here, this one. Oops. You know what I mean? Like those card backs don't reflect these like colors or themes at all that I can tell. But I actually still don't know what those card backs are for. That's not something I learned about at the summit or anything. I have no idea. If max payout is only for the golden copies of the card, max payout will be 19,200. You can copy my homework, just change it up a little. I never copied, man. I was the kid people wanted to copy off of. I was not a copier. What class do you think will get the hero card? Mage. I don't know if there's going to be a hero card. Based on the colors and artwork and stuff we're seeing, Mage certainly looks possible. Like all the purple, and it looks, like I just said, it looks kind of magey. Maybe it could be Mage. I think it looks very much like Draenei armor or ships. It definitely has a Draenei armor feel. Yeah, it certainly does. You're right about that. It really, really does. Odd Rogue, not something we've seen a ton of. I may regret that coin play later if he's gonna hinge clan me and stuff. It depends on how these arcane missiles roll on turn 3. But I want to make sure I had a minion alive next turn. Take a trade. Pyro, dude, look at you doing the work, man. Let's see, what does Prophet Velen look like? Ah, yeah, that is indeed a triangle too, but it's, again, an inverted triangle. But Draenei and Velen do look very much like the expansion teaser. There's no question about that. Like, the gold and purple look of, like, Paladins and Draenei is there for sure. I think the last one looks a bit like the last card back. The snowy place with all the gnomes and dwarfs. Sorry, I don't play that much WoW. What's it called? Ironforge is the city. Is that what you mean? Ironforge? I don't know if you mean the snow area itself or the city.
On Valen's staff resemble that of the card back teaser.
The crystals on Velen's staff. I've done closed it. Hold up. Yeah. No, they do. Like I said, I think that very much lines up. I think that's a completely reasonable interpretation. Getting a little gassed, guys. I'm feeling I'm losing my... I only slept like 2.5 hours last night. I could not sleep. I was so excited, man. I was like staying up super late. I just laying in bed, like anticipating today, because I knew all these announcements are hitting. I was like, oh my god, it's going to be so much fun today to talk about Gin and Baku. I can't wait to see people's reactions. I still haven't really read people's reactions. Are people on Reddit like happy or mad, or like what is the theory? I might actually just pull up Reddit here in a minute. Instead of playing more games, I might just go to Reddit and like read reactions. How would you guys feel about that? Would you guys think that's fun? I would think that's fun. I would enjoy that. Maybe this is our last game and we just go to Reddit and kind of read threads and stuff, read theories about the expansions and so on and so forth. Maybe it's the Naru and Draenei expansion. Naru would be a cool base for an expansion for sure. Hey, Shamanistical, dude, how's it going? What do you think about all the news, man? What do you think about all the news? Crazy stuff going on, I feel like. Arcane Missiles here is solid, but I also want to play a Secret Keeper against these.
We have many secrets.
I guess I'm just gonna play a Secret Keeper. Because I think the weapon kills the Kirin Tor anyway. Like, these don't necessarily threaten... They do kill the Secret Keeper, but they're not that, like, scary, right? Fungalmancer's the biggest threat. So as long as there's no Fungalmancer, I'm okay. Pyromaniac Ping should be pretty good at some point. I'm hoping he just like re-weapons and passes, right? He may not have a follow-up turn. Maybe like another Deadly Poison's applied. But I feel like this is going to be a good way to go here. Just re-weapon. I'll play my Pyro. I'm going to be happy. Pyro Ping Face is totally fine with me. I'm happy with that. Blood Knight. Blood Knight's a little more awkward. I can't ping it as easily. Ugh. Baku is not it either. Ugh. Pinging this has some merits, but I feel like it's gonna hit my dude regardless. Like, he's gonna trade. He has to respect the Pyro. He's gonna weapon and or Fungalmancer trade, whatever it is. I don't think pinging it helps much. Okay. Sort of to be expected. Well, pinging it would have helped, it turns out, guys. What do you know? But we're gonna Daring Fire Eater ping here. God, he's down to 14. Like, part of me wants to just go face already. Like, there's some logic to going face already, but I have to respect this still. It's too early to turn the corner that hard. Like, it's a little too early still. And Fungal Mancer is potentially going to be solid with one of these minions, or maybe even a second minion at some point. Draenei expansion would be weird. Not sure how popular Draenei are. Yeah, the more narrow or specific an idea is, I think the less likely it is to be a Hearthstone expansion, right? It needs to be big, like a place or a event or a raid. You know, I think that's probably a better sort of idea, or a story or theme or something, right? Glittermoth and Merkspark Eel were played a lot. Did I miss something? No. Merkspark Eel was played a lot, and even Shaman. Yes, actually. Gloomstag and Glittermoth were played virtually zero. They almost never got played. If you're wondering why they're getting Hall of Fame, it's just because they're connected so closely to the other cards, right? It's not about them. It's about the fact that without Gen and Baku, there's no reason for these to exist. They all have the odd and even requirement, right? So who on earth would ever build an all-odd deck just for Black Cat? That would be insane. You wouldn't do that, so there's no reason for them to be in the game, so they just get rotated, right? Let's see if we can get this stuff to connect. This is either a lot of face damage or good minion clears, right? Actually... I think I can probably save this Arcane Missiles. I might need one more, like, board clear turn where I have to kill something. Most of the scariest stuff, I think, is gone, but, like, if a Vicious Fledgling hit, for instance, I might want to ping an Arcane Missiles a Vicious Fledgling, right? So I don't want to use this just for damage, because 8 is not... If it was putting him to, like, 4, I'd probably do it, right? Because I'd be like, oh, we can do 4 eventually. Oh my god. Fatigue is going to help me here a lot now. How much scary stuff does he have? It's just Fledgling incoming because I talked about it. Like, that's obvious. It's always going to be Fledgling here because I mentioned it. Our Arcane Missiles won't hit the Fledgling and it will live. It will get Wind Fury and Stealth, and then it will get +3 attack twice, and I won't be able to kill it. Just talking to the worst case scenarios here, right? Like, guys, it's obviously the Illuminati. It does have like an Illuminati vibe, honestly, like a kind of secret society vibe. That would be pretty cool, in fact, I think, for an expansion. Like, that'd be sick. That'd be really cool.
At Regis Gilbin Adrene, Naru expansion for expansion 1 would kind of make sense. They teased that all the expansions would follow a story.
Yeah.
Expansion 3 could be related to the war against the Drene lead by Blackhand.
Yeah, I would say my guess would be that if you were to see a storyline, it would probably be more of like a Hearthstone storyline as opposed to like... I thought I closed Discord, man. Why am I still getting notified? Oh my god, there's a pizza here. What? Is that ramen still in there, by the way? I thought you might want to eat it, so I didn't eat it. Like, I didn't want to be a jerk and eat your ramen. Okay, he's taking fatigue for 2, so that puts him at 5. I can ping him down to 3. Just gonna play this. It might actually get lethal, right? Like, pretty unlikely, but possible. Okay, that's actually fine. I am not gonna ever get that through to hit face anyway, so... Now he just dies to fatigue if he doesn't kill me this turn, right? And he can't really play minions because of explosive runes. He could have, like, double Cold Blood. No, he can't play Cold Blood in Odd Rogue. Never mind. Leroy... It's not enough, I don't think. Leroy kills him, so that's definitely not enough. Vile Spine Leroy is still not enough. Like, he just has 20. That's so far to go. I don't see how you ever get there. That's just gonna kill him. Not literally now, but I mean, it's not enough to kill me, right? There's actually a lot of damage output, but just not enough.
Brother
It's
Regis,
cool.
you know me,
Cool.
I am a 30-something baller wild child from Colorado.
Dude, nice.
So I like the idea of giving my realm so more distinct personality. I also think it reinforces the theory I have of wild being a more difficult format to play. Give the kiddie pool swimmers some meme wouldn't work when you want to swim with the
Hey now,
sharks. Come.
hey, watch your
Play
tongue,
Yahweh in the
Shamanistical.
wild. Cheer
I'm
100.
a standard format player, sir. I'm gonna play one more game, guys. I know I mentioned the Reddit thing, but I got some pizza to eat, so I want to be able to play while I'm eating because I won't be able to talk as much. So I'm gonna eat this pizza. We'll play one more game or something, and then we'll go to Reddit and read some reviews, not reviews, but reactions to the expansion launch and stuff. We'll talk about that. Shamanistical, though, thank you for the 100 bits, man. I hope you have fun with your friends Baku and Gin in wild format. We won't see them anymore. They're gone for us. But hope you have a good time. I'm gonna mute for a little bit, guys. Oh, I don't have my camera anymore. That does
At
the thing.
Regis Gilbin, you can eat pizza tomorrow when you get your pizza card
Oh,
back.
is that tomorrow? Is that when we get it? Oh my god, it's time for the pizza card back. Oh my god. Let me copy this and add a new thing and lower my face cam here to hide me eating. Put up the wall here. That way I can mute myself and eat pizza. Ooh, interesting. I'm gonna mute myself, so I need you guys to entertain each other, okay? I need you to entertain each other.
Good sir, you are not muted.
Whoops. Whoops. I thought I was muted, dudes. Sorry, this whole time. I've been chomping away. It's good pizza. It's not amazing. It's like a frozen pizza, you know. It's not going to be the best pizza you've ever had, but it's good pizza. As Davey Page Views would say, it is it's a 5.4.
Pizza is a 4-star card.
It's crispy. Not quite enough sauce for me. The dough is a little thick. Not like crazy thick, but just like maybe, I don't know, a few millimeters too thick. But it has a great crunch. The cheese is solid. Little overcooked maybe for me, but that's how Miss Gilman likes it, so I'm not complaining. It's not like burnt or anything. It's just like she like browns the cheese a little more than I probably like by default. So that's one thing to think about. I gotta kill this, obviously. Like, this is super scary. But still good. Still very good. For a frozen pizza, quite good. What's the best meal I've ever had? Thai food at my first date with Miss Gilman. How about that? Best chain pizza place? Probably Domino's. I don't really like chain pizza places that much, but maybe Domino's. I like Pizza Hut actually fairly well too. I like the thick Pizza Hut. Dang Fire Eater, please! That might be enough. That might work. Let's try that. Hit it twice. Hit it twice. No. Oh, thank God. Whoa. Big time roll there. Big time roll there.
Aha!
I have had Papa Murphy's. I mean, in theory it's good, but I don't know, man. The one I always had wasn't that great. Like, their cooking instructions were always wrong. I felt like they wanted you to cook in that like tray and stuff, and it's like I don't know, man. It never got crispy enough. I don't know. Like I can see why it would be good, but it was always a little greasy at the end of the day, and just never ended up being like awesome. So I liked it more in theory than in practice, I guess. How much damage do we have? 10 with Leroy, 12. This is not going to be lethal because I don't have mana. Can still maybe try to kill the life drinker here and get some face damage. See what happens, right? Oh, perfect. Okay. Not that worried about the high made by itself because that leaves me with 12 health, right? I think we just counterspell to avoid any big issues and maybe like dire mole ping. Seems fine. He's on the back foot very much now. Leroy ping is lethal for me.
At Regis Gilbin they are opening a spot that serves barbecue and pizza walking distance to my place next month. Life is good.
It was nice knowing you, Pyro. You're gonna die of like a heart attack soon, man. You're gonna just be eating pizza and barbecue all the time. It was nice knowing you, man. It was good while it lasted, right? It's a good win. It's a good win.
Aha!
I guess I'll play one more.
At least I'll walk to and from this establishment.
Ah, good point. You'll help burn off the calories on the way. That works. That works. That's good. When we go out, we usually get the square beyond compare. Oh my god. I hate Emo's pizza so much. It's so bad. The cheese tastes like... Cheese tastes like old socks.
Jaina versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
You asked for it. None will survive.
Pyro wants to know how I know what old socks taste like. I wanted to make a joke about the tinfoil armor, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm ready for that sort of joke yet. A couple bites, guys, and I'll be done.
I don't know who this Kibler person is, but I sure like Kibler.
Pain, speak to me.
We have many secrets.
Job done.
She said it right because you put 2 B's this time. I think you only need 1 B, Hidden Squidoo. I think 1 B is the secret. If you just have 1 B, I bet you'll get it right. I'm back. Pizza in my belly. Happiness in my heart. It's cute. Good little saying.
Just ordered Ben and Jerry's new chocolate
Wow.
chip cookie dough core ice cream. Has anyone in
That
chat
sounds
had
good.
it?
That sounds good. I have not had that. No, I'm not a big ice cream guy. Miss Kilbin's way more of the ice cream fanatic than me. I don't eat a ton of ice cream, I don't feel like. I like ice cream okay, but I don't really go out of my way for it. She had ice cream last night, in fact. It's not something I feel like I have to have all the time. Just occasionally. Yeah, you typoed it a bit, Squidder. No worries, dude. We know what you meant. It was supposed to say cobbler. I had it in my heart. I felt it. I felt your energy. I felt your intention. Sometimes that's all that matters. That's all that matters. My Hall of Fame announcement video, guys, has 24,000 views in 3 hours. Pretty good. Pretty good. It had 9,000 almost views in 1 hour earlier. That's really crazy high. Pretty nuts. I'm obviously worried about playing all these minions out because of things like Psychic Scream and Dusk Breaker. But I don't really think I have a choice. And unfortunately, Janelai is not unlocked next turn, so if he does Psychic Scream, I don't really have a good follow-up.
How many bits it would take for her to play Hearthstone with? You overstream.
She's not in the room right now, I'd ask, but it's an intriguing question. I think it would be unreasonably high. I think it would be unreasonably high. Is that related to it being on Hearthstone? Probably. I don't know. I couldn't tell you yet. I honestly don't think it's that much extra. Maybe a couple thousand extra from Hearthstone. Like really like custom card videos and stuff will do roughly like, I don't know. They'll get like 5,000 to 6,000 views in an hour. So, 8 to 9 for a really hyped announcement is not beyond the realm of reason at all. Like, I wouldn't have been totally shocked if it was that without Hearthstone, but I'm sure Hearthstone helped a little for sure. Probably an extra 1,000 views or two. I don't know how many people really watch videos and like those things, Dewey's Pizza's good, but can't go there. My son is allergic to food dye, and it's in most pizza sauce. Oh, interesting, man. That's crazy. Never heard of that before. I like Dewey's okay. Yeah, Dewey's is fine. I think Dewey's is a bit like a chain, and not most St. Louis people know that. I don't think most of them realize that it's actually like a regional chain, I think. Not just like a city chain, like a regional chain. He's gonna steal that, isn't he? Oh my god. Well, that's game, obviously. I'm not coming back from that. I mean, theoretically, Leroy could almost get me there. Let's see.
WOOT only 5,000.
Wow, dude, that's crazy, man. That's honestly crazy, dude. Alright, I kind of have to do that if I want to get Leroy through the face, right? It may still not work, but we can try. 500 bits for Pyro. Crazy stuff. Only 5,000 away from your 200,000. Dude, are you cool with the next bit badge? I know it's like a little bit less, in some ways less cool than the legendary badge. Not necessarily less cool. Like, I think it's pretty cool still, but in some ways I could see people thinking it's less cool. That worries me a little bit, but we gotta have different badges, so it's hard. It's a bit hard. It's a bit hard. Still can hope for Dark Moon X pack next year, assuming everyone hasn't boycotted Hearthstone by then. I don't know, man. I think this is a turnaround. I don't think people are gonna boycott Hearthstone. Oh god, that's game. Oh, looking forward to it. Nice, dude. Cool. Most people have had a good response to it, which I will admit surprised me. I actually thought it would be less beloved than it was, so. High five, Miss Gilman. They want to know how many bits it takes to get you on stream to play Hearthstone. No amount of bits will do it. She doesn't even know how much bits correlate to real money, so she couldn't even really answer if she did know. If she had a number, she'd be like, I don't know, 1 billion? They needed to make a drastic change, and it seems like they did just that. Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. I'm hopeful. Easy to get down with the negativity. I'm still having fun in Blizzard games. Yeah, me too, dude. Me too. And I, like I said, I can speak somewhat anecdotally to it. Like, it seemed like there's a real change happening, and I have reason to believe that's a legitimate thing, not just sort of a message we're hearing. So. Let's take a look at Reddit and see what people are saying here, guys. I want to see what, is that what I want? Yeah, okay. 1 second here. Let's take a look what Reddit is saying until the end of the stream here. Curious to hear what the Reddit folks, how they're reacting to the news. I sort of need to move myself somewhere else. Or how do I get to old Reddit? What is this message I have? Ah! That's funny. So I don't know if you guys saw... I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't think I have anything in these messages that are... Yesterday I was all over Reddit. Somebody posted a tweet from Reddit and I got like a lot of comments and I don't know. Like people were saying stuff like, oh, Regis is always excited about everything. I'm negative, and somebody's saying, oh, it actually was cool. Regis wasn't lying. Whoa! Holy Magoli!
I
Bit
can't
train!
wait any longer. Cheeky smiley face.
Bit
Bring on the
train!
new Bit badge.
Holy crap, Pyro! 5,000 freaking bits, dude. That's a bomb. Miss Kilbin's gonna be. Oh, it's so beautiful. Nice, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. Did I hear you from correctly that you're from STL? Maybe not from, but maybe in. Maybe in STL. I don't like emos, so I obviously didn't grow up here. I obviously didn't grow up here, or I would like emos. Yeah, I hate emos. That tells you something. Earl Nightmare says, since it's the year of the dragon, do you think dragons will overtake in the next expansion? I don't know, man. I hope you're right. I hope that's exactly what happens. I would love to see that. Let me copy my camera again here. I'm gonna have to clean up this stream stuff so much. I have like so many layers and garbage that aren't supposed to be here.
Brother Regis, you gotta understand we wild players have been living with Barnes on foreign ships canon forever, so giving us Doomguard and Genin Baku is going to finally make people respect serious wild players. No disrespect, but Rush is a wooden sword.
Well, you already had Ginnenbach. It's not like you're getting them for new. But, yeah, man, I think people respect Wild players. I think Wild's harder Shaman of School. I respect Wild more than Standard. If anything, I just play Standard. Oh, my God, Pyro! Oh, first off, thank you for the 100 bits, Shaman of School. Pyro dropping his 200,000 bit message. I want to thank my parents, Regis, and the apple strudel I had for breakfast this morning. Oh, man, I'd almost rather have that than the bits. Dude, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. So, I need to, like... How do you get to the old Reddit view? I don't really know, man. I don't really know. We'll just do this. It's like some of this Hall of Fame stuff's in the way, I guess. Maybe I should just turn that off. Hold up. Let me just turn all that off. At this point, I think most people know. Okay, so I need to zoom in some so you guys can see this better. Oh, that actually helps a lot. Okay, so Reddit reactions. Let's see. So that's the announcement post. Let's see what people are saying. For now, I'm going to unsticky this since people ignore the sticky. That's true. It's really hard to see the stickies on Reddit. That's true. You are indeed part of the club, Pyro Man. Does that put you top 4? That's nuts, dude. Whereabouts? I used to live there and lived in Tower Grove Park. You lived in the park? Sorry to hear that, man. I live downtown west right now, but may soon live in the Tower Grove area, potentially. I don't really know yet, but we're looking at houses around Tower Grove area. You get to the old Reddit view by putting a strainer on your head and traveling through time. Nice. So let's see. I had a triple check if I'm reading this right. Well, you should have watched Regis Kilbin's video a week ago. He predicted it. Okay. Like, come on. He told you Gin and Baku were going to rotate. Just, you're not watching the right videos, clearly. It's the same cost as the old adventures. The difference is now you're getting packs instead of a group of guaranteed cards. Sure, but back then the cards were not available in any other way. Now the question is the golden pack worth 400 golds? It's all good questions to ask about the adventure. I think the economy of that's going to be questionable for a lot of people. It's going to be really close to worth it, and they're going to have to make a decision. Yeah, that throws every analysis out the window. Exactly right. I was trying to wait till after the rotation to talk about decks. It's paying off because things are changing a lot more than we expected. Ginnenbach were gone. He seems to be excited. He's got crabs. Random card backs technology is finally here. We did it, boys. People are excited about that. Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to be pretty pleased. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Arena wins will start counting towards golden hero portraits. Thank you. Yeah, all good reactions, guys. People love it, man. They did indeed tease up the expansion. Yes. They built net decking into the game. They did indeed. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest, but it's there, so we'll see how it goes. All good reactions, though. I'm pleased people are happy. The Madmen actually did it. Yeah, they did indeed put Gin and Baku in. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. What do people think about this one? We should link to the actual source. I agree. Full list of cards being Hall of Famed. Gin, Baku. Yeah, we know that. Did not expect to see Naturalize. Yeah, I think Naturalize makes sense, actually. Not surprised by Naturalize. I was more surprised by Doomguard. A lot of text summary there. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm gonna look at. New expansion teasers posted. I want to see what people think. Control F for Regis. Oh my god, I should have. You're right. Why didn't I try that? Yeah, you mean on the predictions? Well, we can do that on both. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see what people are saying about Regis. Oh, the problem is like registered trademark and stuff always shows up. And Regis is on my username too, so it's probably always going to show something. Plus, I don't have all the comments expanded, you know? We can expand and see if it gains new Control F hits, right? Let's see. Nope. Do we have to do it again? Nope. No new extra hits, man. Nobody talking about me at all. What a sad day indeed. I thought they'd Hall of Fame Doomguard last year because of Skull. Yeah, that probably would have been better, honestly. But who knows? Maybe something else is coming that's going to change that. So let's see. Kieran Tor, Dalaran, people think that. Nazjatar, Pandaria, we had some of those same conversations. I still think this looks way too Egyptian for that, though. This looks like sand, Egyptian hieroglyphics. Like that looks to me Egyptian. Iron Horde, Bronze Dragonflight. I don't see Bronze Dragonflight at all. That looks like fire. That doesn't look like gold dust type stuff to me. That looks 100% like fire. Is exactly right. Yes. That sums up the year. Iron Horde is a good guess. I think that's right. Like potentially some Warlords of Draenor stuff. Ulduar, Oldham Titan themed. Yes, 100% agree. Dalaran shenanigans. That makes sense. Big guys from Northrend, you know, with the dragons and stuff. You see like Galacrond maybe, or like dragon themed would be amazing for the third expansion. It's not dark enough to be Ulduar. Yeah, I agree with that. Can't wait for the theories to start pouring in for people who actually know about WoW lore. First one reminds me of Dalaran of the Kieran Tor. Color purple gems and runes are highly associated with arcane magic. Completely agree. Second one reminds me of Titan architecture. Yep, and I think it looks Egyptian too, so I would say the more Egyptian side of the Titan stuff. Third is almost certainly Iron Horde from Warlords of Draenor. Tusks, horns, wood, dark iron, and fire are all part of their aesthetic. The yellow gem could be related to the bronze dragonfly. I don't really think it's supposed to be yellow, guys. I think it's just like fire colored. I'm not seeing this as the sort of yellow we see for the bronze dragonflight is usually more of a less of an orange yellow and more of like a brown yellow. I don't know if color theory there sounds accurate at all, but bronze dragonflight is usually more of like a tan, right? And more like this color yellow, like the background of this Reddit thing, than more like this sort of yellow, right? Oh, this is actually a good comparison. Like this is probably more orange, but Bronze Dragonflight looks more like Give Award than Take to the Streets, right? To me, the preview looks more like Take to the Streets color, right? It's more of an orangish yellow. I don't think it's supposed to be Bronze Dragonflight. I don't see that. Rage Fire Chasm or anything that has lava. I think that's fair, but Rage Fire Chasm seems way too small to have a whole expansion based around. I don't think that makes sense. That one seems like a stretch. A lot of good theories here. I mean, part of these, like some of these, I'm like pretty sure it's not going to be that stuff because I kind of know a little bit about the first expansion. So it's like, man, let's see. I don't know. Commander Keen, dude, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man. Welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you, Pyro, again for the 100 bits.
Only 99,800 bits till next fit badge.
Pyro, dude, that seems daunting, doesn't it, man? Well, thank you for the 100 there. Might be Firelands. Yeah, I feel like Firelands is a little too narrow for an expansion, probably, but it is one of the fiery places for a Hearthstone expansion, right? Darkmoon Fair is themed purple. It is, but I don't think it's the gold doesn't look like Darkmoon Fair to me. Darkmoon Fair I associate with green and purple. Those are the colors I feel like are Darkmoon Fair-esque, to me at least. Curious, any new thoughts here? All three sets will tell part of a story. That's right, that's what we heard. There once was a man from Gilneas. It's always fun to say. Dalaran, Ulduar, Vrykul. Are Vrykul fiery themed? I don't feel like Vrykul are fiery themed. I don't know. Last pack is giving me an Iron Horde vibe, but the gym reminds me of the Bronze Dragonflight. I am just not seeing Bronze Dragonflight in this gym at all. That doesn't look bronze to me at all. It looks more orangey yellow, like just like fire. I think it's just supposed to symbolize fire, because there's fire like coming out of it at the upper right corner. You can see the fire like emanating out of it. I just noticed something about this one. I didn't really notice these like cracks were letting light out. Do you guys see that? The like light is emanating out from this. Like there's holes or cracks in the gym, and light is emanating out of it. Like these don't have that emanating light. This one has the fire sort of coming out, but there's no emanating light. That's intriguing. I wonder what that means. Looks like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think probably counting the numbers is sort of silly. Those are cracks. Those are not cracks. They are runes. This one does look like a rune, but no, that one looks like a rune too. I can't really tell what that one is. Yeah, they do look like runes. Okay, I don't know what that means. I'm literally not sure what that means. Even though I know a little bit about the expansion, I'm still not sure what that means. So I don't know. Maybe there's some hint there, but I'm not sure. The last one is Bronze Dragonflight 100%. Man, I just don't see it. How is that Bronze Dragonflight? Does that look bronze to you guys? I feel like I need to pull up like bronze dragon artwork and like add it to the... Just give me a second here. I feel like I need to like... I feel like I need to pull up bronze dragonflight color patterns and like add it to the thing and like compare, right? There's just so much more tan and not nearly that orange. Bronze Dragonflight uses very yellow golden light and never uses like orange light, right? I need to find one that has light in it. I found a couple, but they don't have good lighting, like good light patterns. So like the emanating light wouldn't be orange to me. It would be, you know, yellow, like shining yellow.
Welcome.
I can't find a good graphic though of that.
By the hearth, won't ya?
Burn in hell, Baku. Burn in wild heal.
Starbucks, dude, thanks for the 13 months. I can tell you're excited about Baku leaving standard format. I also think it's a cool change, man. I can't find a good graphic, guys. I don't know. Tol Barad, Grim Batal. Now that's a cool idea. Yeah, Grim Batal is kind of a neat idea. I like that idea. It could even be like, you know, Deathwing related too. Still, I don't think Deathwing's out of the question. It's the color of the Golden Sands of Time, but I'm saying it's not. That's what I'm trying to convey, is that it's actually not that sort of yellow. That's my point, actually. I want to try to clarify that, like, the Bronze Dragonflight is more of a tan, bronze, golden yellow. It's not an orange yellow. Like, if you look at the sort of lighting and stuff that exists when you look at the Bronze Dragonflight, it's far more golden and way less orangish. It doesn't have that orange hue hint that this tends to have. Like, this yellow is too bold, and I know it's not like orange, but it has flecks of orange, it has hints of orange. That doesn't look Bronze Dragonflight to me. And I don't know anything about this one. I'm not like... I don't know anything about the third expansion or the second expansion even. So, I'm not like giving you hints or whatever. I'm just saying, I'm trying to find a good example of artwork that shows like the yellow. Both the dragons themselves are more tan, but also like the light they shoot out of their mouth and like all of that's like yellow.
Hi.
This might be a good example, but not really. Dude actually kind of looks orange. So maybe not. Never MK2, thanks for the 21 months, man.
They are the Infinity Stones. Oh, % confirmed.
That's exactly what it is, man. Void Contract was a hint this whole time. Void Contract was a hint. It was just the Infinity Stones. Thanos is going to show up. It's a crossover. Ben Brode got the Marvel license. He's coming back. They're going to fuse Marvel and Hearthstone together. First one, Erdar. Second one, Ulduar. Last one, Vrykul or Skyhold themed. I think about Skyhold. Is Skyhold the Is Skyhold? I don't. What is it? Which one is? Oh, Skyhold is what I thought it was. Okay, yeah. It's Odin's house and stuff, right? Yeah. I don't really see Skyhold because I don't. Well, maybe. Where is the graphic? It looks too like wood based to me. Skyhold I associate with being way more like golden and like kind of sweeping grand architecture. This looks more like subtle and old and decrepit. And for instance, this black border at the bottom doesn't look anything like Skyhold to me. This looks more like orcs or like dragons. And this tooth right here, there are like some, you know, tooth-esque things in Skyhold, but I don't see the tooth matching up that well. I don't think it's Skyhold personally. I would love it to be. That's actually a cool idea. Vengeful J, dude, Twitch Prime. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Welcome. There was a custom card video a few weeks ago. Some guy made with a bunch of bronze dragons. Well, I don't have that. But anyway, that gold does not look like bronze dragonflight to me at all. The bottom thing does not look like bronze dragonflight to me. The tooth doesn't. It looks way more like rustic and woody and old. It doesn't have like the clean sort of magical feel of a bronze dragon. I don't think that's it at all. So I think this has to be fire, orcs, you know, Blackrock Foundry, I think was a cool idea. You know, Deathwing. There's a few things that have made sense to me, but I really don't see Bronze Dragonflight. I don't know why that's so obvious to everybody, but not me. I just don't see it. I think people are getting way too attached to the gems. I don't think the gems ever mean as much as the supporting stuff. Like the framing is what usually tells the story, not the gems. So to me, I think we're looking too close to the gems on that one. I was talking about your video. Oh, there were, you're right. The dragon, oh, I see. I gotcha. There were indeed a lot of dragons in my video. Yeah, bronze indeed. A lot of Nozdormas and Chromies, huh? Let's see. Second one looks like Astral, maybe Algalon will finally make an appearance. I don't see that at all. This doesn't look like the... Again, it has a bit of a Titan feel, but it's the Egyptian Titan feel. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Egyptian Titan stuff. That's almost clear to me. The third one is very, very tough to figure out. Expansion 2 is Panda. I don't feel like Panda architecture looks that angular to me. That just screams Egypt. All I see is Egypt when I look at that. That's all I see. Again, guys, I think looking at the gems is going to be a misnomer. I don't think you should look at the gems. I think you should look at the framing around the gems. It's always the framing around the gems that matters. It does feel close to Pandarian Titan Vaults. Yeah, if it is Panda, it's definitely going to be Panda Titans. Like maybe Lei Shin, the Thunder King and stuff, but that doesn't really look like Thunder King to me either. I don't really see Thunder King when I look at that. Does that look like Lei Shin to you guys? Not me. I mean, it doesn't look unlike him, necessarily. But I don't feel like those runes or that... Well, I don't know, actually. Let's look up Lei Shin. Is that how you say his name? Lei Shin? Yeah, I feel like the panda-inspired stuff usually has more like swirly elements and like curves and like, you know, kind of like traditionally Chinese-inspired looking feel. I don't feel like it looks like that. This is way too angular and squared off and stuff. So I don't see that. The old Egyptian stuff does have a lot of blue detail. Exactly. To me, it's so very clearly Egyptian Titan stuff. Like, that's all it looks like to me. Hey, Bazork, dude, thanks for the gifted sub. Grats, clinched bow. That's awesome. Next custom card video should be predicting cards. It will be, yeah. I gotta finish the last one. I was hoping to get it done before I left for my trip, but I couldn't get it done, so I'll finish that one up maybe tomorrow. Depends on when I do the video on these theories. But after that, Arcane, Water, and Fire. That's a neat idea, actually, that they're connected to sort of like elemental properties or something. It does have a water feel, but I feel like that's only if you look at the gem. and again, I'll say this again and again. I think people always get trapped looking at the gems. Like, do we have the ones from last time? Do we have Year of the Raven, or yeah, Year of the Raven teaser? Like, the gems aren't really what matters, right? It's the supporting elements. Let me pull up the Year of the Raven ones. The gems are just the base color pattern, but they don't, beyond that, I don't think ever mean anything. The color matters, definitely, but let me get it. I've almost got it here. Okay, so here's last year's, right? So what does that gem imply about Witchwood? Nothing beyond the color, right? This is Witchwood, Boomsday, and Rosticon. And by the way, this is the most subtle Rosticon thing I've ever seen. It doesn't look anything like Rosticon's Rumble. It doesn't even really have the teal color pattern from Rosticon. This is like sort of teal, but what is the red supposed to be? Is that like Stranglethorn Vale Island? Like, is it an arena? It doesn't look like an arena. It has teeth pattern for trolls. Like, these are like the teeth of a troll, and the tusks are kind of on the outside edge, right? You can see the tusks kind of coming out right here. So it does have some troll elements, but it really doesn't look like Rosticon's. This one we all knew was going to be Netherstorm. It has the little wrapping around it, like the Netherstorm portals that are in the Netherstorm. You can see like stars in the background like Netherstorm. But again, the gems don't imply anything. They don't mean anything. The gems are just like there to be wrapped around. It's the stuff on the outside of the gems that matters. So I think it's important to not look closely at the gems, right? Look at the wrappings, the borders, the backgrounds. Like, for instance, this one has a wood background still, whereas these have replacements in the wood paneling, right? Like, this has this kind of white framing. This one has, like, you know, kind of clay, it looks like, almost like dried clay or something. That's significant. They chose to change that. The wood is there by default, right? You can see that the wood is just part of it. You can see these too, like this one has the kind of default wood texture, whereas these were replaced. So I don't know what that means. I just don't know. It's very hard to guess. I wish I knew, guys. I wish I knew. On Courage, interesting. Okay, could be more old gods instead of titans. I still see titans there more than old gods, but they could be connected, right? Because the titans imprison Cthulhu and stuff. So, but we've already had kind of a Cthulhu throwback, so on Courage seems unlikely to me. I don't really see that one coming back this soon again. Looks like there's some fiery background behind the wood. Yeah, exactly. These up here have some kind of fire poking through. Which again, and there's fire coming off the gem. And also you'll note there's like little kind of wooden creases or cracks in the circle right there. Like, what do those imply? These don't have that, right? These don't have the little cracks and creases. So what does that mean? Is something trying to bust out of the wood, you know? Like, is some fire behind the wood trying to push its way out? If that's the case, I don't know. What could it be? Is Deathwing trying to get out? Like, who knows? I don't know. I gotta go, though, guys. I gotta go. It does look like Cataclysm to me. I agree with that. Like, that was my very first take. It's like, ooh, Deathwing, Cataclysm stuff. Blackrock Foundry's good. Firelands is a possibility. It's clearly fire related in some way. You can see the fire in it. It's just, where does that fire show up in Warcraft? Where does it show up in Hearthstone?
At Regis, I wonder if the hieroglyphics for expansion 2 are giving a clue. They resemble actual Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Yeah, it has to be, man. It has to be. Yeah, I see. Like, the hieroglyphics around the border in particular, right? Like, this one right there looks exactly like a hieroglyphic. Is it an actual hieroglyphic that's listed there? No, not really. No, I don't see any that match up to that. Like, you could probably try to zoom in on these. This one has, like, two little things standing next to each other. That looks like a Y. That actually looks exactly like a Y on the hieroglyphics thing you just linked. This one looks like, I don't see a matchup there. Kind of looks like the SH. Yasharaj. Y-S-H. Is that a bird? Is that the bird of A or U? It looks a bit like A or U. What does J look like? Is that a snake from J? I don't think so. Was there a triangle? I know some of you guys can't see what I'm looking at here. I don't see a triangle either. I don't know though. Interesting, Pyro. Interesting. Vashir, maybe, yeah. It has an underwater feel. Reminds me of the middle of Old Doom. Yeah, me too. I think Egyptian Titan theme is the best way to go. I think that's what it is. Guys, I need to go though. I gotta run.
I tried to match up the symbols. E underscore and PY underscore is what I could make out. Some of those letters might be off.
E underscore MPY. Oh, that's the empty spaces. Empty. Yeah, I don't really see anything there. I don't see anything there. I don't know. Anyway, dudes, I really gotta go. I have been live for 4 hours now. I started a little early this morning. I'm gonna go watch Winter Championships, which I recommend you do as well. Our viewership got murdered by Winter Championships, which is a good thing. That's good. And I will be back tonight, though. We'll talk more stuff, and we'll just theorize more. We'll have more fun discussing all of this craziness, and we'll go from there. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight, or today. Much appreciated. Grats again to Pyro on the insane bit badge accomplishment. That is ridiculously cool. Thanks to everybody else for all the bits this morning. We had a lot of bits today. Did we get to 100,000? I doubt it. Let me see. Oh, we did. Or not 100,000. 10,000. 12,505 bits. We killed it. 41 subs, $15 donated, and 34 new followers. All around pretty crazy stuff, guys. So, thank you. Let me drop a raid. I'm actually just going to raid the Winter Championships, I guess, so that you guys can go watch champs. That will be pretty fun. And keep talking Hearthstone. Keep spreading the cheer about the new updates. Can you recap the leaks you provided? I didn't leak anything. There's all kinds of new content. Just go to my video on YouTube if you want to see, man. I posted my latest video on YouTube here. I'll drop you a link. It covers everything that was revealed today. It wasn't leaked. It was announced. But here. Go to that video. Watch that video. It covers everything. I talk about it in detail. Provide some insights I got from devs. Explain how certain things work, etc. So that'll be worth a watch. But guys, until then, thank you so very much for watching today. Thanks for the love. Enjoy this raid. Enjoy watching Winter Champs. But until then, thanks for watching, and until next time, game on.